y'all. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. This is HQ from HQ Reacts. Today yesterday I was thinking about what kind of topic I want to talk about. And it always seems to end up in the same kind of conversation when we're talking about each other, you know? Couples and people who want to stay together and how do we stay together. It's always a relationship problem, right? But you know what? I forgot what my mother told me a long time ago. My mother told me. And then I got on here and then I made the mistake of doing the same thing, right? And she said, when you talk about somebody else or you bash another person, it's like a harm to their reputation and your reputation. It reflects poorly on you and it reflects poorly on them. It suggests that the person who's doing the talking, the bad mouthing, looks bitter, unloved, insecure for putting your flaws and behavior on display. I guess it sort of implies that by criticizing other people in disrespectful ways, you look bad and they look bad. And that's the problem. We all look bad when we do this. People always, and I discovered a well of that, a whole slew of those kind of videos, right? Because I'm new, I'm half spectrum, right? And when I seen a whole bunch of these videos on that TikTok thing, I was like, what? I was like, that don't do nothing but make us all look bad. When we hear people bashing each other, we bash each other in a negative and demeaning way. Especially when we do it in a broad stroke, like we always do. All women do this and all black men do that. All black men, when black men publicly bash black women and black women bash black men, y'all don't do nothing but give them fodder, give the other ethnic groups ammunition to talk bad, to reinforce those negative stereotypes that they already have about us. And it's not constructive criticism. I've heard that argument too. Constructive criticism. We're going to say this because we want to be constructive. We want to help our black women. No, that's not how you do constructive criticism. Constructive criticism, it aims to improve relationships. It aims to improve behavior and have understanding about what this other person does. But outright bashing is from frustration, biases, denigration. That's where all that comes from. If the bashing is to address women and men's behavior, it's better to have these kind of conversations, these kind of forums, these kind of talks about behavior. Because when I hear people say, "Oh, women," I remember getting in discussion this Saturday, right? I got in discussion. I was on this panel, and this panel kept saying, "Women marry men for money." And then I was talking about men marry women for money. If men don't make that much money, and most black men only make an average like 54, 55,000, how is it that I would be marrying you for your money? If a black woman married a black man, how would she be marrying him, the everyday average man? How would she be marrying him for money if he don't make no money? And I just didn't understand that. No, well, he makes a little bit more than her. That means nothing. You mean tell me I'm marrying you because you make $4,000 more than me a year? I'm marrying you for your money because you make $4,000 more, or you make $5,000 more than me? That don't even make sense. If I'm gonna marry somebody for money, it damn sure ain't gonna be no man that make $59,000. So I just didn't understand that argument. Women always say they want to make a man who has want to marry a man who has make six figures. You can ask for whatever you want in this planet. That don't mean you're gonna get it. And most women don't get it, and most women don't marry men who make six figures. You can ask for it all you want to. Just like men ask for fit, feminine, and friendly. That don't mean you're gonna get it. So when somebody says to me, HQ, black women marry men for money, I look at them like they're crazy. You crazy. If you think I'm gonna marry somebody because they make 60,000 and I make 40,000, just that don't even make no sense. Poor people marry each other because they poor and they want to marry each other. They love each other. They want to be together. That's the only reason why poor people would get married. That's the only reason to get married. Right? And so then I heard, and it was sort of a bashing thing. I was like, see, it's to shame black women. Don't do that. Don't try to shame black women. I hate that. People, they don't understand the difference between bashing somebody and criticism. Okay? When you bash somebody, the intent is to hurt them. You fat, you overweight, blah, 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 blah. You need to lose weight. You need to stop having kids. The tone is offensive. It don't offer no solutions. It's to shame. You're fat. You need to stop having a baby. Blah, blah, blah. That's offensive. That's to shame another human being. And people keep saying, well, shame works, shame works. No, it don't. It just makes the person go into the shadows. It doesn't make the person come out of the shadows and talk to you and do things differently. People think that's how it works, but that's not how that works. Okay? If you want to help a person, be supportive. Focus on solutions. Yes, you use common sense. Okay? But the whole point is you can't shame someone that does. Yeah, you're right. You can't shame someone that don't feel ashamed. Okay? And on both of the sides of the aisle, we have things that we need to work on. Both sides. Let's not get this twisted. I've had conversations with people who think, no, men don't need no work. Man don't need no work. Yes, you do. You need work too. You need work just like women need work. And I get it. Black women did this. See, here's the thing. I know this for a fact. I know this one fact. No, two facts. I'm sorry. Of why men seem to think that it's all the woman's fault. One, because she can get pregnant and they feel as though she's the person that's in charge of having a baby. And they have no accountability for having a baby. That's why men blame women for the downfall in the relationships. She don't have to get pregnant. She can close her legs. She opens her legs and has sex, and then she don't have no birth control. She the one. It's her problem. She the one. It's the downfall of the black relationship. The downfall of Black America is because of women, because they don't know how to keep their legs closed. And I know a lot of you men think that way. Instead of thinking, maybe if I don't give her my seed, maybe if I don't go over there without a condom, I cannot give her a baby. Thus, I cannot be a partner in the downfall of this relationship. That's how men are accountable for that. Men are accountable because they don't feel the need to wear condom or protect their seed. That's the accountability that men have to take, and women have to take accountability for not closing their legs and not having birth control too. And I understand some women don't have mothers to help them do that. But this is 2024, and every person knows if you walk into a bedroom and you have sex, that means your intent is to get pregnant. And men are going to say, no, no, I ain't trying to get pregnant. Yes, you are. Because you know that walking into the bedroom without a condom means you can get somebody pregnant. Unless you just a half-wit and you don't understand how pregnancy happens. And I get it. Some of y'all are half-wits. I get that. So I'm telling you, you walk into a bedroom without a condom, you want to get that girl pregnant. And this is how that happens. And that's fine. But I'm saying, go out here and you bash women and you bash men. I don't like the bashing between men and women because we both of us have things we have to work on. There are things we have to work on, both of us. Women need to understand that they need to take responsibility for their womb, responsibility for their pregnancies, responsibility for the things that they bring on this planet. And that means contraception in some way. That's what we have to do. Truth isn't bashing, correct. But when you come out here and you say all black women, DB, when you say all black women ain't no good, that's bashing. When you say all black men aren't any good, you're bashing. I'm saying stop bashing. Not all women. As I explain to every person that I meet, all of us fall into the middle of the spectrum. We have bad people on one end, we have good people on the other. Most of us have one or two flaws that if it was shown to the light, we would be looking crazy. So all of us. Oh, I'm sorry, Fatty. I thought I sent you the link, Fatty. I'm sorry. I did. I thought I did. I don't know. I be doing some other stuff. I thought I did. So I'm saying starting out the show with clips from what I mean by us bashing each other when we should be upholding each other, right? And I said, please, we got to do better between us all, right? We got to do better between us because I hate fighting. I hate this kind of fighting between people because we are such an imaginative group. We are. And when I hear people bashing, I'm like, man, y'all don't understand. We could do so much damage. We could do so much damage if we collectively pulled our stuff together. Now I'm going to show you this one right here.
Hold Black women accountable. Black women, unfortunately, we have adopted this mentality that I can do whatever I want to do and can.
This dude. Let me pull her up. Okay, here we go.
Nobody tell me anything. And this is why we are where we're at. We live in a very selfish, egotistical society now that nobody cares. If you're a Black woman and the whole Black women accountable, you have to be ready to like fight because it's going to come with a lot. I'm always thinking about how young girls are being influenced. So what us grown women are doing, it's influencing these girls to do these out of control, I don't care attitudes. They have the most disgusting attitudes and you can't even check them because they have their moms who say I could do whatever I want. So can't no one hold us accountable. Not a Black man, your white boss probably, that's probably the only one who can tell us what to do because he pay us. A gay man can tell us what to do. If it's a Black woman or a Black man, a straight Black man, we don't want to hear it.
Is that true? Is that true? That we don't want to hear it? That's a part of that shame piece, right? That's a part of being ashamed and shaming people. You know, that we have a difficulty with people shaming folks. We want to empower. Yeah, that's right, Natural KFC. We want to empower, and uplift. I don't want to bash Black men. I don't want to do that. Right? I don't want to do that at all.
Please stop pushing the narrative that Black men hate Black women, Black men think Black women are ugly, think they're masculine. It's simply not true. It is not words I would use to describe myself or my experience or the experience of the black women that I know. I feel that this agenda or this idea is so completely left field and could not be further from the truth. The black men in my life are amazing, and yeah.
And when we have these discussions, right, do we actually listen to each other? Do we have a conversation with each other? Okay. Or are we so intent of being right, in being correct, in being the only person that talks? I mean, it's exhausting. I mean, I couldn't figure out what the hell. How the hell is it that we get to this point where people think black women are put on this planet just to take a man's money? And I get it. I get that you think that way. Okay? I get that people think that way. But that's not true when you sit there and you talk to regular, individual, ordinary women. There's plenty of women on these boards, in these chats, that will tell you ain't nobody marrying nobody for no money. Because most of us ordinary, individual people don't even meet people who make that kind of money. When I say I want a man who makes six figures, I want a man who makes what I make. That's the truth. We want a man who makes what we make. That's the truth. So he won't feel like he's not enough, and we won't feel like we're taking care of a man. That's the truth. That's the honest truth right there. So we won't feel like we taking care of you, and you won't feel less than a man or less than if we make more than you. That's the truth. So when they say, "Oh, okay, y'all just want us for our money," no, we want you to provide. The phrase was provide and protect. Provide and protect doesn't mean you have $1,000,000 and then I lay it. But see, this is the problem. This is it. This is what y'all mad at. This is what y'all afraid of. Y'all afraid that we want to take your money and we want to lay up and lay on our fat ass, and not pay for nothing. This is the fear. Because it can't be nothing else. Hey, fatty. It can't be nothing else but that. That you're afraid we finna lay on our fat ass, and then we want you to pay all the bills, and we not care about you. And we just on easy street. And none of us ever in all of our lives will ever meet a man to make $100K. Be in the same room, breathe the same air as a man who make that kind of money. Yes, you picked wrong if you have those kind of fears. Okay. That's a false narrative. That's false. You making shitty choices about women does not mean all of us is the shitty choice. Not all of us is the shitty choice. That's the whole point. All of us fall in the middle. There's shitty people way over here, and then there's really extremely nice people over here. But most of us have flaws that if they were shown in the light, people would look at us funny. So I'm saying you have to give grace to people. Just because I ask and I say I want a man to make what I make, there's nothing wrong with a woman saying she wants a man to make the same as her. There's nothing wrong with that. I can't help it that you only make 59 and I make 69. I can't help that. But I would still marry you anyway if I was in love with you. I would still do that regardless. But we have this narrative that black women don't care about black men when we do, right? When you hear us nagging, when you hear us nagging, that nagging is frustration that we have to pull you up to us. Most women are not gonna nag unless she's frustrated with what has been going on. And I'm saying this bashing between all of us, men and women,
Yep.
is it working? Is it shaming women enough to call her fat, out of shape? She just want my money. Is it winning us points? Or is it making us look crazy on the other side? Okay. Respectfully, I'm asking these questions. Okay. I don't ever look at men and say, you trash. I never look at black men and say, you trash. I look at each individual person and say, oh, okay, you kind of wacky, but I ain't ran into no men like that. And this was inspired from a woman talking the other day. She was like, oh, HQ, you just gonna have a panel and they just gonna bash black women. I was like, I never want to host a panel where that's all that we don't come up with solutions about this stuff instead of just bashing black women or bashing black men for that example, for that manner.
Okay.
I mean, because there's issues on both sides, and we get it, we do both sides. But there's no way, I don't care what none of y'all say, the pool of dating people, that pool cannot be that damn bad that you can't find somebody. I don't care what nobody say. I run into good men every day. So how is it that my old black ass can run into good men every day, working every day? See, I'm one of those women who like men in uniform. So a man who make 40, 50,000, I don't give a shit what he make. If he treat me like I want to be treated, and I treat him like he want to be treated, then it's a match. I'll work out whatever else later on.
But
everybody want
but
everything.
HQ, we don't have none of that in mass though. Everything. Yeah, we don't HQ. We don't have any of that what you just said in mass though.
How do you know that though? You ain't met a million women, so you can't say that. I'm saying all of those little, all those things that you hear.
No, I don't have.
Hold on. All of those things you hear women say, you have examples that be on these panels.
Let me back up.
You have example of women who be on these panels that be showing you that that's not what they are about. We got natural KRC right here, single.
But can I jump in real quick, HQ?
Go ahead.
So something I want to reference to is a comment that was made to me previously, that someone knows why I am single because of my attitude. Now, I want to piggyback on that conversation because why I'm single is very clear on my page, why I am single. Being child-free is completely different than being childless. So I wanted to bring that up to the forefront now that this person joined the panel as well. But what I wanted to mention is that every panel or every time I see a live, yes, there are comments about women's weight every single time. Every single time. I don't hear women coming up here talking about men that have receding hairlines, men that don't have clear skin, men that don't maintain their facial hair. I don't hear these things. Now, what I do find interesting is that as a natural Black woman, okay, that has clear skin and that has natural long hair and that has all these things that people say that they want, somebody is going to find something wrong with me. That's just how the world works. What people do is they depict the flaws that they don't have. So if a person is fit, what can they pick out about a female? She's not fit. A woman that has long, pretty hair, what is she going to pick out about the next woman? She wears wigs. So it just is very apparent to me that it's always people picking out the things that don't apply to them. But what I find very interesting is, again, panel after panel, I hear more and more people talking about single moms. I'm not even a single mother, so I could care less one way or the other. But what I keep trying to figure out is majority of people come from a single mother. So how dare you? How dare you? It's disrespectful, very disrespectful. Women, women just as men, like you said, it's on both sides. People have to take accountability. If you choose to sit out here and have a child, guess what? A lot of these men have 2 and 3 kids by different women. So I don't know how it makes them any better than single mothers.
Other way around, most men, like y'all share the same baby daddies. Like the regular, the average man doesn't have multiple baby mamas. What the hell are you talking about? By the way, let me ask you something, right? You said I take accountability for people have to take accountability, and then you said I'm child free. Like, do you want to get married and do you want to have kids?
Child free is different than childless.
I know. I know. It's a way to flip it.
Child free means you do not want children at all.
Please. It's fine. How old are you?
I'm gonna be 35.
Okay, you are my age. Do you want kids?
Child free means that you do not want children.
Okay,
so
that's perfect. So you have all the time in the world. Okay, congratulations on your beautiful skin. Congratulations on not wearing wigs. Are you fat?
It doesn't matter what I think because
No,
the rest
you're
of the
saying
world.
because people keep saying, "Hey, if you don't want to be called fat, you need to go to the gym." My name is Fatty because I'm fat. If I'm not fatty and I lose weight, I'm slimmy now. So what the fuck are you doing?
You cut me off without me responding. So do you want me to respond, or is this a rhetorical question?
What is the problem? Like, what is the problem with somebody describing exactly what they have in front of them? If you are fat and somebody says this woman is out of shape, what is the problem with that?
Because it is up to the individual. What somebody else thinks is fat is not necessarily fat to me.
Do you think you're fat?
That's what I'm. Again, are you asking me? Because you keep answering for me.
Hey, Natural, I don't know you take it as 1 second, Natural. I don't know you take it as face value. As a person that is fat myself, the president of the fat delegation of Intercontinental of the world, I'm just asking, do you consider yourself fat? You can say no.
Absolutely not. But I will tell you this much. Wait, let me finish. Can I please finish?
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do not consider myself fat. But according to each and everything that comes up on these panels, if you are not to societal norms of being within a certain size, you're considered big and blowed out. Okay. Now, like I keep saying, you can be as fit and as skinny as they come, slim, however you want to word it. But it seems that I keep running into the people that are all this fit and have all of this wonderful physique about themselves. But the personality, they're shooting fire at those that don't fit into what they think is fit or to what they think is desirable. Because you can be fit and slim, but the conversations and how people continuously downplay other people, I don't understand it. Because you could be fit, it doesn't mean that you're physically attractive. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you just downplayed black men. You say that we don't talk about. You guys talk about our dick size, our airline, our height. We being broke. We don't have no car. We don't have no money. We don't make $100,000. everything. Our stroke game week, 1 minute man. I don't want no scrubs. Scrub is the gonna get. And like, what the fuck are you talking about, y'all? Every song is. If you are a weak nigga, you don't deserve no pussy. Ain't on that, right? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And lady, 1 second, natural, 1 second. Let me ask you something. Prove it. Prove that you're not fat. Do a Kendra cam right now.
You can go to my page. I work from home, so I don't have to stand up and show what I don't.
Put your link in the back. I want to see.
You all can gladly go to my page.
What
But
is
I
your
will also
page?
say this. Hold on, Fatty. I will also say this because I do have to hop into a meeting, so I have to get off in a second.
Ooh, you running?
But
Crazy.
what I will say is this, and I mean this in the most utmost respect. On my YouTube page, all I speak is positivity. Seriously. I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not here to downplay anybody. I do truly feel we all have things we can work on. I'm not perfect. I'm that natural that y'all say y'all want, but I'm still not perfect. And I know that. But I do make it my business to try to empower and uplift people. I don't, like you just said, how women talk about a guy's money. I don't care about that. Those kinds of things I really truly do not care about. And I mean that genuinely.
So
why am I single? I just
1 second. I'm looking at you. You're definitely not ugly. You're rocking your natural hair. I don't see a ton of makeup. I see something hanging, but I'm not sure I need to go and watch the IG and all that. Like, I kind of like you
But
see, you
Fatty,
say you have
I'm
a good
telling you why.
personality. Why are men not picking you then?
But this is the thing, Fatty, guys, and why there's a extra piece there going. The reason why I am single, and I've said this before, when you are child free, and this is on my channel too, it means you do not want children. You do not want to be a step parent. At 35 years old, most men will either have children or want them, and that is okay. I don't want that for my lifestyle. So let's say you, for instance, Fatty, let's say if you don't have kids, right?
Yes.
Let's say if you met me and you wanted to date me and you do not want children, we would be able to talk. But usually, yes, guys approach me, but either they have children or they will want them at some point. That is okay for society. That's not what I want for my personal life. It does make dating harder and more challenging. It does.
Do you think is that or the hip hip to s to
Well,
titty to
hold on,
waist ratio? Like,
hold on.
no, 1 second, Triple X. 1 second, especially because you're not on
You
camera,
gotta
sir.
you gotta ask him some good questions, man.
No,
Go ahead, Fatty.
I don't
Finish
get
up,
to a
brother.
meeting.
I just want a natural, respectfully, right?
Right.
There's so many men that will say that, oh, you don't want no kids at 35 and you don't have nothing. Ooh wee! This is my dream position. She doesn't wear crazy wigs. Her face looks good if she's not like I can see her without makeup. She says she's a good person and that she has to work on herself, but she's take accountability. This is the checklist of most men of any race in the United States, in Portugal, in Brazil, wherever. If you can keep them, I'll repeat, if you can keep them as a woman without no kids in an age where men are literally willing to settle down with anybody and everybody, a mirror a lot of times is the answer. And I will guarantee you, natural, if I see your IG and you actually look good, it's definitely your problem and your attitude. I guarantee you, because there's there's a beast on this YouTube sphere that got married in 1 month. She doesn't look nothing close to you. She built funny. She has a terrible attitude. She calls men nakers, and she was picked 3 times. So I wonder, why can't you get a man that does that to you?
I asked you the same question, and we can even throw this into the chat. How many men either do not have children and never want them? That is the question, and no one can give me a percentage. That means the man never in his life wants children. He can be my age 35, but if he tells me at some point in his life he wants children, he's not the guy for me. That's what I'm trying to tell you. How many men do you know that never want children? How many?
I know a lot of them because I'm kind of one of them.
In my life, again, where I live in Illinois, I do not encounter men that do not want children. They usually already have them, or at some point they do want them.
So natural. You are from the singles by Joy side, right?
Yes, yes.
So you are telling me that there's 700 people on the chat every day, and none of them all at you and know your story and says, you know what? Let me take you out of the market. None of them.
No.
You have to look. Hey, you have to look crazy from your belly button down, natural, without your respect. There's no other. If he's not looks, there's no motherfucking way in 700 men that you are not going to see somebody that is going to say, "Oh, she's perfect. She doesn't have no kids. She doesn't have no baby daddies, no nothing. I got you. She's my. There's no motherfucking way. Either you
That's
look
a
crazy,
hard thing, Patty. That's a hard thing to find a man who don't want kids. She don't
That's
want
what I'm trying to tell
He don't
them.
want kids. They don't want
It's
kids.
not hard. It's not hard. KQ, 54% of men don't have children. That
Do they
that
not
means
want
the
them?
majority of men. Hold on a second. That means the majority of men do not have children, right? So if a man does get married, then yes, he may want some children. But as of right now, 54% from cradle to the grave of men, 54% of them don't have children. So that means you have even a better chance. You're flipping the coin, and it's going to land on heads more time than it lands on tails.
You don't want.
That's
He's
what
not-
that means.
Are you not retaining what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who does not have them at this time. That means you never want them, is what I'm trying to reiterate.
So
you
what happened with
never
your
want them.
That's fair. So what happened with all your relationships from 15 to 35? You didn't want no kids. You never had boyfriends?
Yes, I have. But
what's the longest relationship you had?
I don't think people are retaining what I am saying.
Yeah, they don't want no kids. Yeah, you don't want
someone,
no kids. Yes, they don't. You don't want no kids. Yes, we know. They get to you.
Most people
okay,
say they want kids.
So that's fair. When was the last time you had a serious relationship, natural? You have a beautiful smile too. See, you are looking. I'm looking at you. When was the last time?
Because I gotta get on this meeting, and they keep chiming me to get on this meeting.
I'm sorry, natural.
Go ahead on your meeting and leave our Instagram on the back. Hey, natural men are starving. People. I have women on my YouTube channel looking half of you, getting Instagram requests. Some get cash apps. They go on Discord. The men try to lick the bottom of their feet. There's no way. There's no way that everything is put together and nobody's all in at you. But I need to see the Instagram.
She's not saying that. She's saying
I'm not saying I'm
perfect. She just don't want.
I'm not saying that you're perfect. Once again, if the beast can get married in 1 month, can get men drive 500 miles to see the beast. They go ahead and send their cash apps and all that shit. They put on their business, put the name on their business and all that shit. You can get it too. You just don't get it because something is off. Because woman could get it anytime at all time. Even HQ could get the husband tomorrow on its place if she wanted to. I'm not lying.
No, I'm different. Natural is natural.
Oh, you are different. Oh, you are different.
Because because I'm ignorant. I'm that hyena that men don't want. So, no, but that's not natural.
And
natural
even the hyenas have a line. Even the hyenas have 3 or 4 men trying to see what their mouth do. So respectfully, come on, man.
I have to run, HQ. Thank you all for having me. Panel, everybody, thank you. I will drop my YouTube channel link in the chat, though, Fatty, so you can go see what's wrong with me.
And I guarantee that the only threat is like that could.
Bye, you all. I'll tune in. I'll be listening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like y'all can say that, man.
Ooh, you died. You died. Sure did. Triple. What you got to say, sir?
Am I here?
Yeah, you died for me.
I'm just saying, y'all can be saying that men are dogs and men will fuck anything and men are desperate. And all of a sudden, oh, nobody wants me. Nah, can't be doing that.
She's not saying that. She's saying she don't want kids. Nobody wants kids with her.
And
nobody wants not to have kids with her.
HQ, and that's what I was asking. What was she doing from 15 to 35?
I'm not gonna lie,
and I know I'm going to get they try to change me. They get with me, and then they try to have kids with me. Hey, put your money or your mouth.
Let me know when I can talk.
Oh, I'm sorry, Triple. I'm just gonna say this, and you got it.
Go ahead, you got it.
I'm just saying this. Put your money where your mouth is. Cut those tubes, tie those tubes off, and now there's nobody to change your mind. There's nobody to try to convince you into having kids. You already told you don't want them. You already say you can have him, and now have fun. But that's the problem with that with this conversation. I guarantee you, if there's one of these millionaires, because HQ said this woman don't want money, if one of these millionaires comes around, she's going to pull a Jenny Ma. I don't want to have kids, stay 10 years with one guy, and then as soon as Jeezy, I think it was Jeezy, like cuff her as a baby in 6 months. I
don't know. See. We decided so far. Triple X, what you got to say?
All right, yeah. My thoughts on that is this. Simply put, I feel she's capped, you know, and my reasoning for that is when she really meets a guy she's digging and she really into that guy like that and the nose is so wide open you can back the Hummer in the left nostril, she gonna be wanting to have that player's kids. That's how that goes. It goes like that for every woman. It's no different. She's no different. She may be a picky girl. I don't doubt that. But
you mean to tell me you believe that every person on this planet wants to have kids?
No.
I believe
there's the point.
When the woman meets the right guy and the situation is fly and she into that guy like that, she will want to have the kids. That's my thought.
Maybe she's met the guy and decided she's 34.
I don't believe that. I don't
she's
believe
34.
It.
She said
I know how old she is.
She don't want to have kids. She don't want to have kids. There are women on the planet that don't want to have children.
It's women that don't have kids. I see that out here, but
I'm saying, why would you even question it? Why
would I question it?
Yeah, why? There's plenty of people.
Well, my reason for questioning it is this: I know the life I live. I know what I've seen. I know the people I've met. I've been all over the place. You know, I'm everywhere like air and every place like space. So I'm everywhere, baby. Like I done been many places. I done met many people, and I've talked to a lot of women. And
so you ain't never met a woman that didn't want kids.
Hold on, HQ. Let me get this. All right. Am I up here to talk or you want to take it, HQ? It's up to you.
I gotta ask you a question because
go ahead. What's your question?
I keep saying you act like you met every woman in the world, and there's plenty of women on this planet. Hold on. There's plenty of women on this planet that don't want to have children. You keep negating. She keeps saying that every show. She said that. Every time we talk to her, she said that. I
believe that. I'll say this. Well, let me say this. I would say it's very likely she would. Now, nothing is absolute, you know, but I would say it's very likely if she met the right dude.
HQ, can you share my screen, HQ?
Where you at?
Down there. There's my screen is fatty.
Oh, that one. The new one.
Yeah, okay. One other thing I wanted to say.
One second, Triple X. One second. This is her cooking. Her belly is sticking more than her titties. She's clearly fat. Why she has a problem with people calling her fat?
I ain't getting into that.
No. She gave us the thingy for us to watch the thingy. And the thing is, I have no problem. I am fat too. But why you mad when people calling you fat? When you kind of fat? That's nothing to do with men don't want me because I don't have no kids. You have a decent face. You have a natural hair. You actually look okay. Your teeth are good. You're just fat. Go get some weight, and you're going to get the man that you want.
Yeah, but we really can't tell. We really can't tell.
From men have
you can't tell what?
That's crazy.
You can't tell.
Say that again, HQ. What you say?
I said I can't tell.
And this is why woman.
You can't tell what?
I can't tell from that video. I had to watch more of the video.
That she's bigger?
That she's bigger? That's her belly poking out more than her titties?
Hey, HQ, don't be disingenuous.
And you
I
see,
can't
and
tell.
this is why y'all need
Don't be
brothers.
disingenuous.
Oh,
Hey,
Can
I say something?
Not before you go to it, because I know you're going to call me out. And
She's
going
a
to call me
pretty
back.
girl. She's just big.
I'm not gonna throw you out of anything.
Go to the,
Yeah,
hey, go
but
to
she's a-
she's not asking for anything. She's saying
No.
she don't want kids.
HQ, she said this. The reason that nobody cuffs me is because they meet me and I say I don't want no kids and they'll leave me. And we as men are telling her it's not because she has no kids, it's because her belly is poking more than her titties. So go get a BBL and get your man, baby.
Don't get a BBL.
don't get the BBL. Don't get the BBL.
This
is what it is. This is what it is, HQ. Because she's a bigger woman, right? She is a pretty girl. Like I seen that little thing she was doing her hair. She's a pretty girl, but she's a bigger woman.
Oh yeah, because I don't do the
She's gonna get.
So here's
She's gonna get
wait
men.
a minute.
Hold on a second. Let me finish what I'm saying. She's gonna get bottom of the barrel men that are gonna approach her. Lower class men are gonna approach you because you're bigger.
That's disrespectful. Y'all act like y'all.
How is
Hold
that
on,
disrespectful?
we got a man on the panel named Patty. I mean, come on now.
Natural
Come on now.
I'm actually fat. Hey, HQ, let me just say this. A natural. I used to be the most attractive man on most rooms that I walked in. I got fat as fuck. I'm telling you this. If I want to get married or if I want to get access to the top level of woman that I was getting, 1 second, it's not because I don't want to have kids. It's because I'm fat. I need to go to the gym and get back in shape so I can get the caliber of woman that I want again. So you do the same. Did you do the shoulder shrugs?
That's
so
absolutely
why did you? So wait a minute. I have quite a few fashion videos on my channel. You went to a video where I am cooking, and you're looking at me literally up against a counter. Like I think it's interesting that we pick and choose. No, go through where there's full photos of me, not
where are they? I will retract my statement.
But hold on. I wanna speak on.
I found it. I don't want to be unfair.
Hold on. I want to speak on something. So HQ, this initial panel was about people being disrespectful. Okay.
How is that disrespectful?
Now can I please finish? I did not interrupt you.
Sorry.
Do you want us to show your photo or not?
I don't mind because again, I don't care what Fatty, Black America, Lex, or anybody. I'm okay with me. People are going to judge me regardless. People are going to judge Black America. People are going to judge Fatty. People are going to judge Lex. People are going to judge Tyranny. People are going to judge UHQ. People are going to judge. Yep. The problem is like I said from the beginning, people think if you are not a size that is societal norms, you are fat. And I will accept that if that is your opinion.
That's not what we said. That's not what we said.
Go ahead. We don't think that you are fat. Your mirror says that you are fat.
Yeah.
Disrespectful though.
Disrespect. The
lack of weight is not keeping her from having a man.
You know
that's
what's
crazy.
Imagine me being ugly and I say, people say that I'm ugly. No, you are ugly. It's my fault. It's my daddy's fault.
All right, one at a time.
Yeah, but she's not. But the whole point is that she's saying it's not a matter of her being fat or anything else. There's a choice that she has made.
Can I say this, please? Can I, Fatty? Can I say this, please? Can I not?
You guys got to lie to her. The same way she lied on, I have to have a meeting, and then if she came back, you go ahead and lie to her. I'll be muted.
What? I don't have to lie to her because because a man will stick his willy in anything. Her weight doesn't freaking matter. If you ask me, a man will find her attractive because a lot of black men are 75% fat play too. What are you guys talking about? So when you guys say, oh, because she's not skinny, she can't find someone to want her to have a baby with, that sounds absurd. For one, natural, you're gorgeous. Actually, I think you're very pretty. Okay, so don't listen to these men on the panel. I mean, are you guys in any relationship?
She's not trying to have no kids, Tierney.
Triple, are any of you guys in a relationship?
I wanted you, but you got married.
But are you guys in a relationship?
I'm single.
Yes.
I wanted Tierney, but you got married.
Yes, 33 years. 33
I'm
years
not
for me.
talking about your toy that you bought from the store. Okay, whatever.
I'm saying
pretty
that
sure
I wanted Tierney, but you got married.
What?
HQ, can they please
HQ,
pull
am I
up?
lying?
What'd you say?
Wait a minute, hold on. Natural speaking.
What'd you say?
Hold on, let the brother talk, Tierney. Hold on. Let
Natural
him
said what?
respond.
Wait a minute, hold on. Natural said what?
He wants to pull up videos, so let's pull up the full body videos of fashion and not focus on a portion.
No, 1 second. You can
Don't do that, Natural.
Hey, 1 second. You have 30 minutes to go ahead, make yourself pretty and all that, get your best dress, and do a kindergarten for us, and we solve this problem. Go ahead. You got this.
No, don't do that. They're gonna
Did you? No angles. You know what? I will give you a better deal. I will do it with you. I will raise this desk. I will come back and I will show you my belly button. Now let's do it. Yes, I am.
Wait a minute. You didn't find a video behind the scene, Fatty, or no?
No.
It's plenty of.
All of these pictures. All of these is a very like angle-y stuff. I know when a fat woman like I know the angles, I know everything, right? I will challenge you. You are going to have 30 minutes to go ahead and put your best dress, whatever you want, and you are going to do a Kendra cam to us, and we are going to see if you're fat or not.
She's in a meeting. She's going to a meeting, so she can't do that.
So our meeting is going to take 2 hours? She's right here.
Don't do it.
Right
Don't
here.
do it. I just think that's crazy. Y'all think she can't have a man because she's a little overweight?
I
But
didn't
not the
say
size
that.
that she feel like
Hey,
she is.
Nobody said that. Nobody said she couldn't have a man because she's overweight.
She's pretty. She has natural hair.
Can we hear from Reese in Black America?
Hey, Steph, you are not the moderator of the show. Shut the fuck up.
What?
You are not the moderator. Why you saying
you got
X and Y and Z? The moderator wants them to
let me
talk.
tell you
They will
something, bro.
talk.
I ain't even that one, man. I smack you.
Okay, if you're not the one, stop doing you are not even cammed up. An avatar with no picture telling people what to do.
All I'm saying, the natural is
them.
Do it.
You look like shit.
That's not what we're doing.
Shit.
All I'm saying is natural. Don't do it because it just plays into the stereotype. That's all it does. What?
Do you saw what Triple X said? I called him out about not coming up, and it took him 3 seconds to coming up and to show his bald head. Why can't she do the same?
She been on camera.
Judge her.
No, not on camera. Hey, Triple X, can you do it again and do it like a? Can you do it again? So just for us to set the example, we're going to lead by example. Okay, men are leaders. Let's do the see. Men are leaders. This man is leading by example. I have respect for this man now. You know what?
Can I say this before the kids take the card?
What I said. Shut the fuck up, Fatty, not Triple X. Now that you led by example, we are going to have Natural do a Kendra cam, just like he likes to comment on another woman. We are going to see if she has what it takes. Let's go, Natural. You got it.
Okay. Can I say this? This is why Black women don't like to be natural. Because you guys judge us in any freaking way that you can. Like, I know what I heard. I know what. Let me finish, please. Let me finish, please.
We complimented her. We said her teeth look good, her hair look good.
Yes,
her face
but you said that she needed to lose some weight.
Right.
She's not. But like I said, even with her natural hair, you guys find any way to judge a woman. You make us so insecure that we do things to look pretty. And the things that we do, you're fake. Yeah, you got fake hair. Yeah, you got a
Tierney, what is the sound on the back? Can you read?
I don't know what the sound
is.
I'm just telling y'all.
Do you have a sound on the back? It's like Claudia.
It's so see, that's what I'm saying. It's disrespectful. Y'all stop. We don't make y'all feel like that. Do we make y'all feel like that? No, we do not make Black men feel like that. We tell y'all we love y'all.
As soon as a woman says a man is short, she's making them feel like that. HQ said
Hey, Tyranny, let me
$50,000.
say something real quick.
Hold on. HQ said
Hold on.
$50,000 wasn't any money. But you know what? $55,000, but it's still
Now
10
y'all
to 15 more thousand than a black woman makes in this country. And HQ, last time I
highly
checked,
doubt that.
when
Why
I
you
take
feel
women
like
out on
us?
dates, women don't pay for
All right,
dates. Women don't pay
we're
for
not
your
supposed
valet.
to.
Women aren't
We're not
opening up your
supposed to.
car door. Women are
We're
doing
not supposed
nothing.
to.
If a man
Hold on. How y'all gonna feel some type of way about me saying $50,000 is not a lot of money when that's what the average black man makes? How are you mad because of that? I
It's
wasn't
a lot of
saying
money
anything
for
out of
you
I'm not
broke
ordinary.
mad
boy.
because of that. I'm not mad about that. What I'm telling you is, as an older woman, you should be telling them to accept that young man at
What?
$50,000 because men are going to grow. When men get older, they get better. They don't.
No, no,
They
no.
don't just.
That's the whole point. The whole point is I'm not going to tell a woman to settle because
Excel.
you all want her to settle for something that
Because y'all
she
don't want to
doesn't
do
want.
more.
It's not settling for a bad thing, it's settling for what she doesn't want. I'm not telling a
Right.
man to settle for no single, no woman that got 3 babies. I'm telling him
Right.
to get what he wants. I'm telling her to get what she wants. I'm not telling nobody to settle for nothing because this world is
Right.
big and wide and you can find what you want. Natural can find what she wants on this planet, regardless of her size, regardless of no size
That's
or
not what
whatever.
she said. That's not what she said.
She said the only thing she said was she didn't want children. And
She's
no
30
man,
HQ. 40% of the male population reproduced in the history of mankind, meaning that 60% of men that either wanted and couldn't, or they didn't want it at all. Like HQ, we are starving as men. Every
Starving for
woman
what?
is
but you're
starving for
saying, but you're
affection,
saying to
starving
her,
for companionship, starving to take
No.
care of somebody. Like respectfully,
But
like
you guys aren't starving to settle down. You guys can have sex with a woman. Yeah,
tyranny,
stop acting like
tyranny.
y'all just can't have
No,
sex with
it's
a
not about
woman.
sex. It's about keeping a man. So tyranny, you are telling me that you can have 3 baby daddies and they still go, and you could get a 4th one, but she can get a man that has no children, that she has no children, just for them to check up together. And
oh,
I
she can
got
have
Tierney, you
whatever.
didn't
one
listen to what
baby
she
daddy
said.
but
Hold on,
You
Tierney.
have one baby daddy. Oh,
and 2 husbands. Yes.
Hold
But go
on,
ahead,
no,
hold
no,
on,
HQ.
no.
Go
You have
ahead.
3 father of your
hold
kids.
on, Tierney, Fatty.
Damn, that's crazy.
She doesn't want children. That's a different dynamic than wanting children now. I don't want children now. Of course, she can find a man now, but it's later on down the line when she says, I don't want kids, and he says, yes, I do in 5 years. Then that's when the breakup
So why
happens.
doesn't she
Because
tie her tubes? Why does she tie her tubes? That way is official. I have a vasectomy.
we don't
I
know
mean
whether
what
she
I
did.
mean what I say, and I say what I mean. When a woman comes, AHQ, you know what's my favorite game? A woman comes to me and she thinks she can change my mind and she can put him on me and she sits extra when I'm saying, thinking that she's going to have a kid and then she's going to get shit because it's not coming out.
We don't know what she said. We don't know whether she said she wanted to, she had her
No,
tubes tied.
HQ.
We
No,
don't
HQ.
know that.
Let me HQ. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this to see if you actually are being an honest actor or not. Right? Is she out of shape?
I can't tell for real.
I'm talking about you guys
can't
are
tell
your
for
worst
real.
enemies.
I can't tell for real. Really, I can't tell.
HQ, she's not out of shape.
Because the men, as many women and men as I have seen on Kinder
HQ, that's
G, they
crazy.
stood
HQ,
up and they had big chests and they had skinny bodies. And then
HQ.
you have the whole thing wrong. So
Everything you say,
she can have big
HQ.
chest and skinny body. I don't know.
HQ, you was on my show bragging about your figure at 50 something. You will know what looks good and all. Don't do that. Don't look at the camera. You better look at the camera now. You were bragging about you are this 5'11" Amazon that kept their shape very close to whatever it was, and we all gave you props. And you didn't deny that, like we give props where the props are due. You are telling me all of a sudden you went from knowing what the good shape is to I don't know. I can see. I don't know about that.
But I'm saying She could be top heavy and small at the bottom. We don't know
No,
unless
she's
we
not.
see the full.
She's just big.
You say what?
She's just big. She's just big. I'm watching right now. She's just big. And she's not that big. Like she's probably 30 pounds away.
The
But
reality is, the better shape somebody is in, the better opportunities they have and more options they're gonna have. That's
So you
what it
mean to
is.
tell me
I'm
she
not
couldn't
one
find a
to
man?
come up here to say what shape she is or whatever. I don't know. I ain't seen it. I haven't asked her what her size is she wears. But
Right.
dress size 2 to 10, especially in the black community, those women tend to do the best.
Yeah, but the whole point is you don't have to be a size 5 in order to get a man. Y'all
I
seem
didn't
to
say you
think
did.
she needs to be a size 5 to get a man. She don't
Never
need to
said
be a
she
size
did.
5 to get a man.
Never said she did. I
You're
said 2
assuming
to
that
10.
you're assuming that she can't find a man because she's heavy.
No,
If
no,
that's what
I'm
it
that's
is,
not
not what
assuming
we
she
Nobody
couldn't
said
said.
find a
that.
man at all.
Nobody,
Nobody
No, no,
said
no, no,
that.
no, no, no. I never said she couldn't find a man.
What we
the
said was
barrier to
no,
her
no.
finding
Listen,
a man
now
is
this is
just
what we
there.
said. HQ. This is what we said.
What?
She has an okay face. She has a natural body. She
Right.
has good teeth. Like she is not even that fat. So respectfully, if you are telling the truth, either it's about your attitude or it's about you being out of shape. And even the
That's what
out of
I
shape
was
part,
saying.
I don't agree because I
It's her
see women that
attitude.
are 10 times worse looking in there getting men with
So what
kids,
does
with
she do?
like so this is what I'm talking about. So a man will take a baby mama of 2, but wouldn't take a woman that has no kids and doesn't want no child. You know how many men are like, oh
Exactly.
man, if you know the kids are,
Exactly.
no, I don't care. Come
Yeah,
on.
but they don't want it. But she doesn't want kids ever.
And
That's
there's a bunch of men that do the same HQ. That's all.
she's
That's
saying there are men like that, but she can't find them where she is. That doesn't mean
so
she
what is
can't
the red
find a
flag?
man.
What
Huh?
is the population? What where did she say she was?
Illinois.
Illinois.
What isn't Illinois like Chicago and all these cities?
Yeah.
What's the population? What's the black population of those? Isn't like probably about 10 million and up easy in Illinois? 10 million. No, not saying
Yeah,
black
but
people.
this is the whole point. The whole point is she said she was childless, and then she got bashed for being childless. That's the whole point of the panel.
She didn't get who bashed her?
Who bashed her? Or like I'm because I
This
didn't
seems like y'all
understand.
piling on to her. She can't. She's single
No,
because
she
she
came
got an
here.
attitude.
She made herself the
All I
center of
said
attention.
is
She
very
came up and she
likely.
says, "I'm going to address somebody that says this about
She
me
was
and that
talking
about
about me
me."
though, Fatty.
Well,
She was talking about me.
like America is you are guilty as fuck. What did you say? What did you
Say
What
it
did you say
again.
to her? What did you say to her to make her?
Well,
Yeah.
what I was telling her was I know the reason why she was single. It doesn't have anything to do with her weight. I never mentioned her weight. I said that she had a pretty face. It is her attitude. Her attitude and her friend circle. When the story that she was telling us on that last show, when I told her, I know why you single, and we started to end the show, it's because of her attitude.
Damn.
She don't have no kids. Any man wants that. She looks pretty enough. She doesn't look like a troll. Any man wants that. So
Damn.
she's a bigger woman. So less tiered men are going to get her. She's going to get those $30,000 and $45,000 men, right? But she doesn't have any man because of her attitude. Nobody's bashing her. Nobody said she looked this way or that way or anything. That's not bashing. That's just pointing out something that we as men actually see. It's nothing wrong with that. It might
Yeah, but
sound
here's the
harsh
thing. You
coming
all keep
from men,
saying. You
and I
all keep
don't want to.
saying. Wait a
Huh?
minute. You all keep saying that she can't find a man because she has an attitude.
That's
No,
not what he
no,
said.
we are assuming.
We're
No,
not
it's
saying
we are
that.
assuming.
He
She's
said
saying
you'll be
what
limited
she's
to
saying is
35 to 40K guys, is what he said for the most part.
An issue. Let me say something, right? If an issue he didn't activate the redirecting again. God damn it. If you see a person and you don't see a lot of red flags on the person, you see the person actually on the good part of the spectrum, right?
right.
Something is wrong. Like if you are, especially like
That's
this
what I keep
beautiful.
saying.
No, 1 second. If you are, for example, one of these baddies, this beautiful woman, extremely attractive, all, and you can keep no man, something is wrong with you. Because I know there's a bunch of men that will die to leak, like get some sexual crumbs from you, right?
Right.
But I don't think she's bad looking. I think like she's an. Remember when came time to say she's an adjustable something something something.
Right.
She probably is in a 5 or a 4-ish that can be adjusted to a 6 or a 7 if she takes care of herself. Like
But
she's not
you,
even she's not far away. What I'm saying is that once again, what were you doing on these 20 years? Are you telling me that between 15 and 35, you didn't met one guy that liked you and he said, you know what? I love you so much that, hey, the kids are indifferent for me. If we split, I'll go ahead and give kids for another woman. But if we were with you, if I'm with you, I'm good. You are in 20 years, it's you. She didn't met one.
but y'all keep missing the point. The point is when she finds out she gets with a man, she can get a man. That's not the point. You all said she can get a man.
So she can find a man.
When she gets that man, they get into a relationship. They're in a relationship 2-3 years. Then she finds out he wants kids. He says, no, I don't want kids. And that's how the relationship ends. She doesn't want them, but she only runs into men who want to date her. And then when they get her and she finds out they want kids, then they have to break up.
Okay.
She needs an older man then. She got to get an old guy like me.
Yeah. So at 35, why she doesn't marry a guy that is 41, already had one kid, and he said, I'm dude, I'm already procreated. I'll
You
give
can
you
get
all
a
my
guy 10
info."
years
I'm
older.
not attracted to older men. I'm not
No,
attracted to older men.
No, it's not you. I'm not talking about you.
No,
talking
I'm
about
saying her. That's what she's saying. I'm not attracted to older men.
So she can get a 35-year-old that already have one kid and he's focused on her, and the kid is already grown because he was the dead of 17 something like that, and now he's good to go to everything. Like she can get one of those.
I get the direction that you're going, but if I'm not attracted to men that aren't my age, what am I supposed to do?
But there's a bunch of 35-year-old, like she was literally saying, all of y'all have 3 or 4 baby mamas. That's a lie. That's a lie.
And she said she don't want, and she said she don't want to deal with a man who has kids already.
But that's the thing. What about the man her age that has one grown kid? What does she lose?
That's a discussion you have to have with her.
Right, like what does she actually lose? Like she wants a man all by herself that doesn't have no kids. She doesn't have no kids, and then what?
So the man that you're saying she should get should have grown kids already, but then he's
No,
older than her.
That's not what I said. I'm saying this. There's 2 ways for you. Like what?
She's caught between a rock and a hard place, Fatty. That's her problem. She's caught between a rock and a hard place. Because if she gets a man who has an older child, that man is older, way older than her, and she's not attracted to him. So therefore, she has to go down to a man that's her age, and a man her age normally doesn't, and maybe not have kids, and he wants kids. And she gets into the relationship, and then they say, I want kids, and then now the relationship is over because she don't want them.
I think that I don't like older men. They are full of shit. Michael B. Jordan is 38 years old. She would run for it. She would jump hurdles to be with that man. And there's a bunch of 38-year-old that had kids at 18, 19, 20, and they're good to go, and they had kids, but they're kind of on the finish line of things. Even if you have a kid at 22, 23, there's like 3 years, 4 years at most, and then you are free for the rest of your life. Like what stops it?
She just don't want to have kids.
That's her problem.
I think it's an excuse.
It's a
It's a coping mechanism.
It's a unique problem, but it's a problem that she's finding.
But it's a her problem. It's a her problem. If she doesn't want kids, fine. If she doesn't want a man that has kids, like I said, it's almost 60% of men that doesn't have kids. If she keeps finding all of these excuses, then that starts to be a her problem. Like none of us said that she was a bad looking woman, right? We just said she was a little bit bigger. Me saying that she's going to get less men like that are attracted to her and less of a man that is attracted to her because she's a bigger woman. That's actually true. We know that these bum niggas go after fat chicks all day. They want somewhere to live. They want snacks. They want to be able to drive a bitch's car. They want all of these things, right? So we know, we see these guys all the time as men. But if she doesn't want a man, she's going to either need to go to an older man. And if she doesn't want to accept that, then that's her problem. It's nobody else's problem. She can't say that she can't find it. It's just her problem, though.
Reese, what do you got to say, sir?
I think anytime we on the panel ever talking about any woman's weight, all the men on the panel should came up should show pictures of the last chick they were with and the mothers of their children. Currently, I've challenged a lot of people to this.
Hey, Reese, is she fat?
She is. She's not obese though.
How do you know? Did you carry her in her back?
No, but you can see in the picture like she's not 300-400 pounds.
She's
Reese, what's fat, Reese?
Actually,
what's fat?
No,
so this is what y'all trying to do.
1 second, because she's on the chat. Natural. Can you drop your height and your weight, please, on the chat real quick?
She ain't doing that.
Yeah, don't do that.
A lot of problems.
Don't do that.
Let's talk about the word.
Your height and your weight, please.
Let Reese finish.
Let's talk about the word. He asked me something, right? What's fat? That word has changed over the years. Y'all tried to change it, but y'all not gonna get away with it. And men tried to do it too. They came up with shit like big boned, thick, and all. No. I can show you my class picture from '86. It's one fat guy in the whole school. One fat person in the whole school. 1,000 people.
So what you're saying is she's not like, I didn't call her fat. I said bigger. So
today, in 2025, she's not fat. In 1999, she would have been obese.
That Reese, I'm sorry, and I understand, young brother, but that is absolutely not true. Us men have not changed. We still look at Holly Berry from Swordfish.
Hold on, youngin. You called me youngin. I'm old enough to be your daddy, nigga.
Yeah.
But I'm as old as HQ though.
Yeah, he is too.
So it's a little bit different because I'm HQ age.
Yeah,
he's on his early 50s. I just want to say this before you guys start fighting each other, right? I hate people that sit on chat for 5 hours talking shit about a woman look and then turn around and saying, Ferry, why you too mean? Y'all are the mean girls. On this side of YouTube, y'all are the mean girls. Y'all sit for 5 hours. Woman, you pay $100. Skip that bitch. Skip her. Like, y'all are the mean girls. Y'all be talking about these Pillsbury biscuits and all that shit. And all of a sudden, because I say, yeah, she's a little bit overweight. Now I'm the bad guy. Yeah, suck my mother. No, I'm not going
Let
to
me
say
read
that.
these super chats, y'all.
I'm corporate now.
Thank you. Reed Pink became a YouTube member. Thank you, ma'am. We got old school $9.99. Just want to drop in and support HQ and the crew. The original Gavin. Thank you, sir. Mr. Walker, member for 4 months. Salute HQ in the panel. Thank you, sir. Then we have Project Leroy, $2. Let Triple X cook HQ. No, ain't nobody cooking HQ. Believe that. HQ is uncookable. Martin Luther King, $4.99. Chat GPT, Claude, Cursor AI. Use these tools to create an SaaS business and get off internet, you big bad nag. What? Whoa.
Sorry about that.
Old school $1.99. Can I put tyranny in timeout? LOL. Thank you. RBN's Through the Fire podcast, $5. Don't forget, having an opinion of a black woman is bashing if she don't like your opinion. And either man, $1.99. Thank you, sir. Oh, HQ, you got snacks for these bombs. Whoa, and one more. Project Leroy, again, $5. HQ, you can only choose from the options that are available and not from the options you wish to have available.
Wow.
All right. I'm not saying what.
Are you HQ? Are you going to stop to review women and to call them all type of names? Are you going to stop reviewing Pop the Balloon where they look busted and all that shit? I
am very careful when I do the review. I'm very careful.
HQ
in the beginning. In the
HQ,
beginning,
you pick
I was
fat
trying to
woman on
say,
HQ. I saw you picking a panel on purpose of obese woman, like on the 300 pounds and up. It looked like a special from the 600 pounds show.
I didn't choose the people that was on there. They was just on there. I just happened to choose them.
You picked the video to review. Stop smirking, lady. I've already told you. Stop smirking. You picked the video with this busted woman that all look 300 pounds and up, and all of a sudden you know it's fat. That's crazy.
No, I picked the panel because it was ratchet, fat.
Oh,
skinny,
it was
fat.
ratchet.
Okay, I just picked that panel. But what were you saying, Reese from Philly? Why are you talking? Why are you saying that? Why are you standing up?
Why was I saying what?
You were saying she's not. She can ask for what she want to ask for. You're saying
Sure,
that
the sister that was just up here.
Yeah, natural.
I don't know about where y'all from, man, but over here in North Philly, there are thousands of people who would like her. There's a lot of dudes over here like big chicks.
Everywhere.
This city got more fat people like per block than anywhere. It's the only place in America where it's like 3, 4. You can find 5 food stores on one block, and
I'm saying you all don't understand. I'm saying you all don't understand her dilemma. You're thinking it's her attitude. It's not. That's not it. That
her
is
attitude
not
ain't that bad.
It's very small, minute people that don't want kids. It's a very small.
How do you know? How do you know it's because she's a shitty cook? How do you know because she doesn't get nothing more to give you other than pussy? How do you know? Like you don't know. Why are you allowed to make assumptions? But we don't. We just see what we see and we talk about what we talk. You know nothing about this woman at all.
Because I know that kind of dynamic is very rare. A person who don't want kids ever. That's a very small percentage of the population who don't want kids. And then we cut it in half to be black men. Then we cut it in half to be men her age. That's a very small niche of men that don't want kids ever. So that's what she's saying. She's just saying, she's not saying she's not overweight. She's not saying she can't cook.
Yes, she did. She said I'm not big. There's people calling me big. I'm not big.
But I'm saying, with that out of the way, she's still having an impossible feat going uphill trying to find the right man that fits the criteria. She's not attracted to older men. She doesn't want older men and children that have already been made. These are difficult times to find a man who don't have kids.
How do you find the right man when you can't even take accountability for your weight? If you don't even take accountability for how you look, how are you going to take accountability for how you keep people and treat other people and all that? Respectfully, like she's saying, oh, y'all sisters and your mamas are fat too. Yes, they are.
Yo, you know we'll never talk about.
And you know what they have too. They still have a man.
We don't ever talk about the health problems.
They still have a man.
Fatty, we don't never talk about the health problems.
Excuse, lady.
The health problems that come with the extra weight. When a woman comes heavy like that, she's bringing you health problems too. She's dumping more problems on your desk. That extra weight turns into stuff later on in life.
I mean, we're not saying that she's not overweight. I'm saying it's an uphill battle for what she's looking for. You all say it's her attitude, but then again, she's still jumping into a small pool of men that may be attracted to her and may not be attracted to her. All of this has to be taken into account.
I already saw 2 red flags. First, she doesn't take accountability for her own weight. She thinks she's not big, which is delusion. The second one, she said that she had a meeting, but then she came back 5 minutes later as soon as we started talking about her, and she's still in the chat working, which means that meeting is not that important. So she probably either a liar or very close to it. So that's 2. No accountability and lying to people just to get out of troubles, right? Once again, if you don't want to get judged, stay out of the show. Don't go on Kendra. Don't go on HQ. Don't go on Fatty. Don't go on nobody. Right?
Listen to this video. You got a video.
Black girls trying to figure out why black men don't like black women. I think I got an answer for you. I'm Ruquan, senior at Harvard, studying black history. And I grew up around black love, grew up in Washington, D.C., which is Chocolate City. So I felt and seen black love at every level. You know, in the hood, in the schools, you know, in office, in the businesses, on the street, whatever it is. And I come to Harvard and I experience something really different, where there's this war between black men and black women that's like the black women hate the black men, the black men, some of them stay away from the black women to get a white girl or whatever. I realize what's happening is these two groups of people are not actually talking to each other. These two groups of people are listening to stories from their parents, and they're also experiencing things from each other, but they're not actually sitting down and having a conversation about their desires, about their fears. And since they're not doing that, it's going to be extremely difficult to arrive at a place where love can exist like this. Because a part of love requires intimacy and vulnerability. Vulnerability is about taking off the clothes, being free, being open, letting it be known and letting it be shown, sharing how you truly feel. Intimacy is about both parties doing that and then coming close together. If there is no vulnerability and intimacy, it's difficult for love to be experienced. It's not just that black women want a husband. It's not just that black men want a wife. Black men want to be loved and black women want to be loved, just like white women want to be loved and white men want to be loved. But here's the thing, you only are going to be loved if you're both vulnerable and intimate, because that's the way that someone has an opportunity to truly pat you up where you're broken, kiss you where you hurt, and things of that nature. So what I'm saying is, like, it's a lot of people asking, like, oh, who's gonna love me? Who's gonna love me? They don't love me, he don't love me, she don't love me. But that same person is typically not willing to go and say, hey, I want to be loved. Here's where I'm broken. Here's where I hurt. Here's what I'm afraid of. Can you help me? And I think if that happens, then the outcomes will be better for both black men and black women.
Is that true? Is that why we have a problem? Nobody wants to be vulnerable. Nobody wants to put themselves out there.
It sounds like a bunch of recycled bullshit. It's a bunch of BS psychology terms in there. And the same terms that come up in all these conversations when somebody's describing what's going on. Black women and black men hate each other because they have television and radio. Period.
I think there's just a bunch of words for you to feel good about why you're not having a man and a woman. Once again, people are very simple. Most of people like the same shit. You kind of know exactly what people want. Become very close to that and get what you need to do, and get what you want from the market. If you don't have enough thing from the market, refrain from it. It's always the same. Oh my God, because black love and the black family and the black and nah, most people are selfish. They want to take the most while giving the least. If you're not willing to once again sacrifice and be sure that the person that is in front of you is getting at least the bare minimum, you should refrain from relationships. Point blank.
The black community was dissolved by Maury Povich, Tyler Perry, Sunshine Anderson, Destiny's Child, and people like that. Period.
Black America.
Human beings do what they see and hear. That's the way we operate. Period. You do what you hear and see. The devices are driving human culture. Period.
Black America.
I don't know. I think where he probably had came from is like a pro-black area. I'm from LA, so we have it's a melting pot in LA, but our melting pot is different than, let's say, the East Coast. So people of the same class stay around each other. If you live in the bricks, you poor. If you live in a middle class neighborhood, he might have grew up around a bunch of black people and he's looking for black love, but it's not like that. Love or commonality when it comes to people, it's who you're closest to, right? So what he was talking about, like I personally, I don't even understand it, because I got 13 aunts and uncles on both sides. So I have Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Mexicans, whites. I got my uncles married everything. I got cousins of every color. So wow. I don't understand what he was saying at all.
I want to come to your family reunion, yo.
Triple.
Only if you a gangbanger.
Yo.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, you good.
What you say?
No. Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, I listened to that brother. I mean, respectfully, I don't think he said anything new or that we haven't heard.
Yeah,
It
right.
sounds pretty recycled for the most part. I mean, it's positivity and everything, but the issue is right now, nobody for the most part is really subscribing to that. And on top of that, I would say a lot of people aren't subscribing to it. I'll put it that way. On top of that, I'll say, if we really all about black love, then what's wrong with a brother making $50,000? You know what I'm saying?
Why y'all gonna come at me?
I
about
mean, I'm just asking the question.
$50,000?
If you really about that, what's wrong with it? And you know what? Hold on, let me say this. Black America was actually on to something. You know, me and him really don't agree on much, but he was right about this.
What?
If you start at 50K, that ain't your destination. I'm not gonna say what I make now, but I started at much lower than that. I made less than 50, you know, when I got out of school. So you have to be, and I was in my early 20s then. So you have to be patient. It's not your turn yet. It's not your turn yet. You haven't built up any experience. You haven't proven anything yet.
Why would you say? Why is everybody saying no? I understand jabs. I understand when people coming for me because I said 50K is not an exorbitant amount of money. 50K is you basically living paycheck to paycheck. That's almost broke. I ain't saying anything.
I wouldn't say it. No.
But it's not
HQ.
almost
broke.
But it's not.
Almost broke.
What do you mean 50, it's not?
50K, even if your rent or mortgage is $2,000 a month, right? You got a $500 car note, your bills come, you still have anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 that you can put into savings per year. Now, whether people mess it off or not,
$10,000 to $15,000 from a $50,000 paycheck.
HQ, $2,000 a month is $24,000 for the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Another $6,000 a year, or $500. Another $6,000 a year for a car note. That takes you up to $30,000.
Mm-hmm.
The money you spend from there, HQ, you're gonna have $10,000 to $15,000 a month. Now, if people want to go visit Fatty in Portugal and fly out across the U.S. and all of that stuff, that will eat into their money. I live in Vegas. Anybody been to Vegas? Some people, when they come visit me, they like, wow, we didn't even know that there was neighborhoods and regular people here. Yes, everybody in Vegas isn't rich, but it is a lot of people that have money over here.
But more than 50,000, no, Black America, 50,000 after taxes, maybe 37, maybe. Then you got taxes, you got food, you got all that. That ain't a lot of money.
This is the whole thing about it. This is the whole thing about it. This is the caveat. If a man makes 50 and a woman makes 35 or 40,
right.
You put that money together, now that money turns to 90.
Right.
You see what I mean? So and that's what I try to impart on the men that I speak to, the young men, or and even the women that I've been speaking to lately, because men are paying for the dates. We're paying for the movies. If you need gas in your car, all of these things that men are paying for, men take on an extra burden to bear when it comes to, you heard while I was talking with one of my ladies here. That motherfucker don't pay for nothing. I talk exactly how I'm talking to you now, and I talk in front of her, right? She doesn't pay for it. She's never paid for anything. She's never paid a car note. She's never paid, but the house is paid for. The cars are paid for. So the whole thing about it is you grow as a man. Right. You grow as you're going to keep on getting raises, or you're going to figure out what you need to do to start making money, especially when you have responsibilities. It's not that married men make more, married men have more responsibilities. So guess what? They have to make more. You have to be hungrier.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna say. What we're gonna say is 50K is not a lot of money because y'all seem to be butthurt because I said 50K ain't a lot of money. 50K is not a lot of money. And it's difficult to live off 50K when it's a certain city. In certain cities, that's poor. In maybe Atlanta or maybe somewhere else, it's a distinct amount of money, but that is not a lot of money.
Yeah, it's only a few cities that stand out.
You got to pay for the car note, car insurance, rent, all of this. That is not a hell of a lot of money. When you put it together with a female and she making 40, yes, then you have something to work with. But by yourself, you ain't saving no money.
You shouldn't be trying to convince this woman to change their metrics when it comes to money, because they are going to leave you. The day that the money, like you have money problems, they are going to be the first ones to leave you. You shouldn't convince them to get a deal that they don't want. Let them be by themselves with 35K and some money in January because of the tax season. Hey, if they think passing that to their kids and surviving off their kids and all that shit is better than actually thriving and building enough money for your kids to have a little bit more of a leverage than the last generation, let them do it. You shouldn't be. If people want to live out of the government, if people want to get a 7-foot tall ball player that gets $1 million, let them starve. Let them go ahead, be delusional, shoot for the stars, and land in the deep ocean. Let them do it. It's fine. Like it's totally fine. Like I don't understand why we're trying to convince.
I'm not.
No. HQ.
Let me rephrase because you butt hurt. Y'all butt hurt when I say
nobody's butt hurt.
How are we butt hurt if we're still fucking you? We nobody. HQ.
You what time it is. Nobody butt hurt about it though.
These women are not saying if he doesn't have a 50,000, 100,000, I'm not fucking him. They're still getting fucked. That's what we want. Like, who is butthurt about that shit? If you are willing, if you are asking for $100,000 husband, but you are fucking a $35,000 Section 8 motherfucker, like, what are you, like, who is butthurt? Just go ahead and have fun. We see you in a few years. The earth spins.
I'm not saying that that's a bad amount. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in the overall realm of things, 50K doesn't move that far. It just doesn't move that far. It is what it is. If you have a car, a house, bills, cell phone, all of this stuff that you got to pay.
When you make that, you should have realistic expectations, though.
Right.
If you're making 50, like, you shouldn't be thinking about an exotic lifestyle. You shouldn't even be thinking about an exotic lifestyle at 100. You know, like, that's just what it is. So that's more about when you're down that low and you're starting out or whatever. It should be more about survival and you wanting to make more and expand yourself. You know, you haven't got to that point yet, and like it is what it is.
And they don't want to get out of the survival mode. They want to survive by themselves, and then when you come in, you have to provide luxury. That if men are butthurt, is because of that. It's not that they can sustain a home. It's because you want extra. You want $10,000 extra to go on trips and to do this and to do that. Respectfully, that's not the economy that we have right now. So go do it by yourself with your friends, and then when you get this shit out of your system, come back to us. It's fine.
See, here's the thing: you all seem to don't understand. It's reciprocal. When I come on, when me and you join forces, you bring luxury to my life, just like I bring luxury to your life.
Can I ask you a question?
Both 50?
How do women bring luxury, HQ?
You make me have less money. HQ.
That's a funny
you are an extra burden. HQ. Have you ever met a man that left a woman because she didn't make enough money?
Because she didn't make enough money?
Yes. No. Have you ever met a man? So how is it reciprocal? We don't care about your money at all. We date broke women all the time. We date broke women all the time. The thing is, I will be very honest. Most of y'all, we past day 7 on the 7th of the month, y'all broke like a motherfucker. Y'all brokety broke. And you still demand the guy that makes way more money than you, but for whatever reason, it's not enough because Tommy took you to such and such restaurant last year and he took you on a trip. So now the new motherfucker has to do the same shit. If I'm broke and you are broke and you are giving me a blowjob when we're 22 at the motherfucking movie theater, we're going to McDonald's having fun. We'll fuck on the back of a nasty Hyundai, all of the shit, and that was enough. And now all of a sudden, you want hey, go get it yourself, babe. This is feminism like 2025.
Wait a minute. What's wrong with a woman dreaming? What's wrong with a woman dreaming?
You can dream. I will say the same way that y'all say. I'd rather cry on the motherfucking Rolls Royce. Go get the Rolls Royce, baby. You got this. You got this.
The problem with
dreaming?
The problem with a woman dreaming is HQ when they get your age and they've been working at Walmart all their life, or they've been working at Sephora or any of these places that most women work at, because we all live in the earth and we see where black women work. 700,000 black women make over $100,000 a year out of the 23 million. That is a drop in the bucket, HQ. 700,000. These women are not balling like that. You're gonna end up eating cat food at the end of your life. Dang. Your husband passed away, left you life insurance. He left you Social Security, which I told you to go get. He all of these things that your husband contributed it to your life and your lifestyle. Right. You still benefit, even though he's passed away. God bless the dead. Even though he's gone, you still benefit right now today from your husband that is gone. Your husband didn't start off making $100,000 when you guys got married.
No.
And that's what I'm saying. That is the message that you should be promoting to these men are not going to start off at this point. Don't dream about something, get something tangible and work with it from there. And it's going to take 20 years. It took you guys 30 years. Right. It's going to take 20 years for it to mature. It's like buying a bank bond. It takes time to mature.
I'm not advocating for them to jump out there and say a finished product. That's not what I'm advocating. I'm advocating that you have to build with each other. I'm one of those people that say you should get married at 27, 28 and then build together.
But they're not listening. AHQ. And this is the thing, right? For example, you have people in the chat. I don't read things that are not super chat, right? That are saying men are mad because women rather to be alone than The same man pay for her flight tickets to go back home when her husband was beating on her. She had to come on the internet to say, "Hey, brokies, can y'all send me money so I can get a flight and go back home?" Man.
You said, why don't you guys incentivize marriage again? Oh, okay. You're talking about
because men lose during marriage.
Imagine talking shit about men, the same man that paid for your motherfucking flight when you were running away from your husband. And this is what we're talking about. Y'all want both. Y'all want to make bad choices while other motherfucking men go around to try to save you from your own motherfucking mistakes. No, you want money? Go get money. We are not insecure anymore. We like powerful boss babes. Go get your shit and we get together. And if we get divorced, I take your shit. I think I'm at this point, I'm literally telling men, you know what you guys should do? Marry women that make more money than you. So they can actually feel what it is to actually have a burden. So they can know what it feels to have something to lose if this shit goes left. Because once again, we don't have glizzy trucks. We don't have multi-million-dollar empires. We are not going to go around and spend money on women just because they feel some type of way because we don't have it. Go get it yourself. Let's do a business. Let's do a deal. Go get it yourself, and then we meet in the middle.
Hey, I like that.
Listen.
We know they're not going to do that, fam.
We got another video.
More lost cause.
It's my last one.
Bro, black men today, a lot of them are lost cause. They really think being a real man is sitting around on panels with other men, going at it with women. This is the softest generation of men that has ever existed, because for the life of me, I can't understand being a man having more smoke for a woman than a man. And then they always want to label it as correction. Are we correcting you? No, you're cussing women out on panels. And then let me tell you something. Black women should not stay with the black man. You cannot degrade a group of women on a panel and then say, well, we need to get back to a place of family. We need to get back to a place of God. Fam, that's done. You didn't meet her with any grace, sympathy, or empathy in the discussion. And now they're supposed to come back to a place of family? No, black women should actually walk away. There is no point of her staying with the black man or a lot of you niggas. Point blank period. They should leave. They should divest. Because you're not giving them a reason to stay. I could care less about... I'm all about love. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about black love too. But I'd rather a woman go somewhere where she gonna be loved than to sit here and for me to try to advocate for you dusties with microphones or the black men in general when y'all niggas don't give a damn. You don't care about these black women. You don't. You're a sellout. You like to destroy black women. You like to generalize black women. You get a high off of that. That makes you feel good. After you get off work, if some of you niggas been working, you go straight to TikTok, straight to YouTube, get behind your microphone or get behind your phone and be like, black women are da 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 da. Because you're a sellout. That's what you are. So I don't have no respect for men who do that. I could care less what a black woman say, because I know that it's men who made her say that. Women were an oppressed group. You weren't. Well, black people, we were an oppressed group, don't get me wrong, but like at the same time, women in general were an oppressed group. Black women go through things that we will never go through.
Brownsville.
Why y'all won't speak up for black women? I can't understand why y'all never come to the defense of black women. Oh, well, they're not our responsibility. Well, if they're not your responsibility, then stop talking about the fucking random woman who wants to misuse her quote-unquote womb and shit. If black women are not your responsibility, you can't say that protecting a black woman or a random black woman is not our responsibility, but at the same time, say that we need to call out the black woman. Bitch, she's not your responsibility, so leave them the fuck alone.
He said he was. He said they were at the beginning of the show.
Weakest.
Say what?
He said that it was our responsibility, and now he flipped it. He said you shouldn't generalize black women. He's generalizing black men. He said black women were oppressed, black men were oppressed too. Like HQ. Reese is going to have it, right? Because I'm going to close it on my side so I can send everybody to your side, okay? So friends, there's 100 people watching the show on my side. I'm going to close the link. So please go ahead. The link is in the description. The link is in the chat. We are going to talk about panda bears and how HQ is trying to trigger us. And how HQ is trying to trigger us so we can fight her. So I'm going to close the stream to my side.
I want to see some women come up on the panel and do the swinging. Why I got to be up here swinging? There ain't no women that want to join the panel and come up here and swing.
We got to swing it all. We could just deal. We can all sit in the truth.
I might go live. After HQ is done. I'm trying to decide on that. Shout out to my boy Matthew Pearson for the membership. I appreciate you, sir. Okay, 100 people, please. I see you on HQ side. Team Fatty and the Untouchables signing out. Peace.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming. Zeus, you came up here. What do you got to say? Zeus.
Yo, this cat was Brownsville, and that's it. Same old bullshit. Couldn't even switch it up a little bit. Wasn't even smart enough. And then criticized black men for doing what he's literally doing himself. Jumping on his phone and talking shit about this.
I got one last video.
Oh, more one? You want to trigger us again?
One last
to all the black
video.
women who love the bash black men slash. All right, what it was. This is my PSA to all the black women who love the bash black men slash hate black men. I just want to say, who hurt y'all that bad for y'all to hate your own race of men this much? Like, what type of nigga you got with hurting you this bad where you hate your own race of men? Seriously. You know, it's crazy that y'all be like, oh, niggas ain't shit. All black men are trash, but y'all date the same type of black men, which are usually street niggas or inmates, or both the same thing.
Sounds
y'all
like
go
somebody
after
I
these
know.
pants sagging, not all y'all, but a good majority of y'all black women go after these pants sagging, gun toting, felony charged nothing to do but post up and diss dead ops ass niggas. Y'all never go for an intelligent black man. But
Sounds
y'all
like
get hurt
somebody
by
I
one
know.
of them type of niggas and then want to come around with the, oh, niggas ain't shit, but you dated an ain't shit nigga, which you know he ain't shit, but you dated him because you thought it was fun, but got hurt. Now you want to trash black men because you're hurt.
Sounds
It's
somebody like
crazy that y'all will get up on here and bash us all day, say we don't need black men, but then as soon as a black man go get with another race of woman, especially if it's a white woman, y'all say, oh, he hate black women. So you're telling me that you don't need me. You hate my very existence. But as soon as I go get with another race of woman, especially if it's a white woman, I hate black women. Do y'all hear how dumb some of y'all sound? Like, seriously, knock it off. Be like, I don't need a nigga, but you needed a nigga to be born. You came out your dad's nut. You literally needed a nigga to be born.
Whoa, I like that. So let me take this one real quick, right? So the thing he said at the end is what got me, because the whole time I've been on the earth, all I've been hearing is women are the givers of life and blah 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 blah. So we're gonna clean this bullshit up right now in your panel. Today you get famous. You ready? Men are the givers of life. Men carry life with them. A vagina is a building and nothing else. We put life into it, and then you borrow it for a little while, and then hand it back. One is the number that counts, right? First. That's what counts. First. Life is in us first. We are the givers. So everybody on earth been wrong forever until today. You're welcome.
Triple X.
All right. My thoughts on those last two.
I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Go.
Okay, yeah, my thoughts on those two videos. The one previous to this one, I felt my man was simping hard. His cape was flapping in the wind. That's my thoughts on him. And he complained about something and then turned around and got up here and did the same thing, which was wild to me. But yeah, shout out Reese from Philly. Now this last guy, like, I mean, it's the other side of the coin. I ain't gonna say I completely agree with this brother or whatever, but it's almost some good cop, bad cop type shit he trying to play. And like, here's the thing with this discussion. There really is no definitive position, but I mean, the last brother at least acknowledged some things. If you are a woman, and we ain't talking about all women, but if you are a woman and your track record is all of those type of guys, not you dating one of those guys and then you just start dating 9 to 5 guys. We ain't talking about that woman. But if all your guys is those type of guys and you're complaining about men, like, come on now.
Hey, Triple X.
Yeah. But the problem is, you all seem to think that one who just dates those type of guys is the bulk of us, and that's not true.
No. Yesterday, I had the God bless her soul on my show, right? I had the girl on my show on the ladies' first show, right? And she stayed with the man for 10 years. They did the bid. He came out, cheated 3 times on her. She's 30 something. She said, I never met a good man in my life. And then come to find out, we have the conversation, and she's like a professional side piece. She's been from side piece to side piece to side piece. Like, you don't get no better. You actually do. You just have a type. And we have this conversation. And the other one, same thing. Same conversation. Oh, because my ex did this and my ex did that. And so with the last guy you dated. Same thing. Most women, it's not just black women. Most women have a type. They will try to go ahead, and when they get married, they kind of deviate from the type because they want security, but they never stop liking these dudes. There's the dudes that get him wet. So HQ, the question is, why can women be honest with that? Why can't women be honest and say, we really don't like y'all, we like the challenge, you like to tame the man, we like to make sure that he's excited and all that. Y'all don't like men that are boring, and y'all are paying for that every motherfucking day. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know what's funny, HQ? I'm actually going to be even further. I know where you can get nerds. go to an anime convention, go to a book club. These men that are very docile and work to give the skin of their back to give to you,
Right.
I know where I can send women to find these men on droves.
Right.
Where can I find a good woman? Give me one place.
The same place.
Those women being HQ. The women that are on anime
it's not asymmetrical, HQ.
Patty, the good women in
No,
America
no,
are
It's
married.
not asymmetrical. It's
they
not.
got the same mentality.
are the biggest predators in the motherfucking planet. Go to Twitch, for example. Do you
Patty.
think those women are there because they like games? They're like there because they want the man attention and money. This is
Patty.
not asymmetrical, like you said. It's not
The
the same.
good women in America are married or close to it.
No, they're the engagement queens. They all 3 guys proposed to me, but I didn't
Wait a
marry them
minute,
because they
let's
were all bad.
Let's dispel that. There are plenty. There's only like a 28% rate of black women being married. But y'all forget there's a lot of people in relationships in which they don't get married. There's
Right.
plenty of people in relationships that don't get married. So we can't just say because she's married that's the whole thing. That's the whole totality of situation. There's a lot of women been with a man for years and years,
They
and
say
they're
they
not
want to
married.
be married. That's not the problem. The problem is they say they want to be married. That's what they say. It's not us. They say, I want to be married. They used to go on Kevin Samuels and says, I want to be married. I'm looking for this man. I'm the engagement queen. 3 men asked me to propose me for. So you are telling us that you want to be married. And then when we hold it against you, now it's okay to shake up. No, you said it. If you're not married, but you have kids, if you're not married, but you're fucking around, there's your responsibility. There's
Yeah, but I'm not having I'm not having an argument against people who are not married. I'm not having an argument against that. I'm saying you all say, well, women want to be married. They're not in relationships. Yes, they are. They're just not married. There's
Why are they
more
not
than
married?
50% of women that are in relationships, but they just not married.
So why are they not married?
She's not the one who has to be married. To ask to be married, he has to want to marry her.
HQ, that's a bunch of bullshit.
What man?
HQ, that's like the leadership conversation. You pretend men are leaders while you're leading.
When did they change the dynamic? Men are in charge of marriage, women are in charge of sex. When did we change that dynamic?
Women are in charge of both.
That's not the way it works.
Women are in charge of both.
That's not the way it works.
HQ, you can't say that somebody proposed to you 3 times and then say that men are in charge of marriage. You can't say I'm an engagement queen. I had 2 men that proposed to me and I told them no, and then say men are in charge of the marriage. You are choosing not to marry these men.
But he still has to be the one to ask. I think that's what she's saying. He has to be the initiator.
And tyranny, there's a point. If you're fucking me, if you're having kids by me, if we can't shake up, and now you're saying no when I'm telling you to propose because you won't do the better, for what? I'm good enough to bend you over and to smack you. I'm good enough to spit on your mouth and to pull your head. I'm good enough for you to do a mini me. But when it comes to marriage, I don't accept it because I want to know. Huh?
So both of us are in charge of marriage, you're saying. So then both of us are in charge of sex. Then the same thing. If we're both in charge of marriage, then we're both responsible for the sex.
We are not. If a man takes sex from a woman, that is illegal. Men would love a woman to take sex from them. We wake up every morning ready to give sexual pleasure. As long as you are a healthy man, you wake up and you're ready to go. We would love that. Men are not in charge of any kind. I have to say, HQ, can I get a shot of ass? I have to say that. And then you have to then accept it. Yeah. If you don't accept it, you get to call the police on me or leave and never talk to me again. So you see how that works? If I ask Tyranny to marry me and we are engaged and then she says, no, I don't want the marriage to go through. She's in charge. I'm driving, but she's in the back seat telling me which way to turn. That's the way that works. When a woman is tired, of a man, they leave. That's what happens.
But how many women are tired? I mean, how many women will literally tell their husband or boyfriend, "I don't want to marry you"? How many women will honestly do that? Women are waiting on y'all to marry us.
You want me to answer?
That's not right, Tierney.
You want me to answer?
It was kind of rhetorical, but sure.
No. Men don't date women as placeholders. Women date men as placeholders a lot.
Absolutely not.
Men will literally, don't do that face, Tierney, because you did it. You will entertain a man as a placeholder because you don't can get any better at that point for years, and then as soon as you guys that you like comes along, you actually get with the man that you really want. Women date as placeholders all that. Women hate to be alone, and if they're alone, they be fucking everybody. They hate it. So it's not us. The placeholder is Tyranny. The placeholder knows he's a placeholder. That's why he says, "I love you, Grand Rising Queen."
Right. As long as he gets to be around your vagina. As long as he gets to be around your vagina, he's gonna stay there. Let me make a comment on the video.
Y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. We got 46 likes, 72 people in here. Hit the like button.
I'm gonna make a comment on the videos right quick.
Hit the like button.
That first guy, you can tell he grew up without a father.
Black America.
He grew up with too many women around him. The second young man with this black love and all of that stuff, like I said, all of that shit is a farce. All of this black love, it doesn't. Say that again, Terry.
He grew up with women around him, because I'm seeing how men are when they raise their kids. When you guys are raising their kids, your guys are saying these women ain't nothing, son, and go out and get as many women as you can and F these women.
That's not what we say. Let me explain that, Tierney.
We are saying the same
my
thing
job.
To our daughters too. We are saying to our daughters too, these men ain't shit, be careful. So if we say to our daughters, these men ain't shit, be careful, because they're going to try to bamboozle it out of your pennies, we have to say to our sons too, be careful, because these are shit, they're going to try to get advantage out of you. What's the problem with
What do you mean you're not going to sleep around?
What's the problem with that?
We don't encourage our daughters to go and hoe. Y'all encourage your sons to go and hoe.
No,
come on now.
Listen, I got 4 boys in the military. I have not encouraged any of them to sleep around. Let me go back to the video though. So the second young man, talking about a particular type of man that the women are attracted to. HQ, once I got out of the streets and stopped doing what I was doing in the streets, I found out I was short, right? I never knew that I was short when I was in the streets. You know why? Because I ride around in a really, really nice cars. I had guns. I had money. I had all of these things. I'm hanging around all of these people. I never heard from a woman that I was short. When I go away for a while, right? Go to prison. I come back as a regular guy. I try to straighten my shit up. I come back to the neighborhoods and stuff. Oh, I usually date taller guys. You're short. Right. This is something that's going on. These women, they love the old me. They love the gang banging. They love the selling dope. They love the scamming. They love all of these things because it makes them feel a certain type of way. But that shit is for a short term. It is a short time frame. It's going to end up 2 ways, dead or in prison. They don't look at it like that. They just look at it like they can go get shoes and go to the mall and all of these things. So he was absolutely right. And Tyranny, with you don't want it's not my job to care about you as a man. It's my job to care for you. When HQ told the story, it almost made me cry thinking about when my wife had the hysterectomy and I had to carry her punk ass around for a week. Right? Because I don't care about her. I don't fucking like her. And I've said it with her sitting right here. Am I lying, HQ?
You're lying.
I'm not lying. I said it with her right here. I don't like you. 30-something years. But it is my job to care for her from head to toe. Anything that she needs, it's my job to do. And ask questions later. She wants somebody smoked. That is my job to do. I don't care about her like that. It's my job to care for her. I need to make sure she has food. I need to make sure her car. I need to make sure she has a place to live. I need to make sure that her needs are taken care of. I never bought this motherfucker no flowers, but I did buy her. She has had houses ever since the day we've been together.
You're saying things that you shouldn't say because this internet stuff is rewindable. So just calm out there, por favor, okay? If we want to talk about the video, I understand what the black guy was saying because, I don't understand why. One thing that threw me off HQ was when he said that black men are on the internet saying that we are not their responsibility or we don't belong to them or something like that. Since when did the very woman that was being hung on a tree don't belong to you? Since when did the very woman that was out there marching for you not belong to you? Since when did the very woman that birthed y'all not belong to y'all? So y'all want us to accept you at $50,000 a year, but on the other hand, tell us that we are not your responsibility. Or you calling the woman that said
Tierney, men love women. We love you guys, but we're not supposed to get down on our hands and knees and grovel for you guys, though.
But we do
we're not supposed to. We're not supposed to do that.
But we do it for you. That's selfish. That's
Fatty, has a woman ever groveled and crawled around and did something extreme for you, man?
Yes, but Fatty only dates Caucasian women, so you can't add him in this conversation.
Can you repeat it again? Can you repeat again the question?
I said, has a woman ever went to the extremes and did something for you? But what I like to say is when I'm talking to maybe a married guy is, how much is the most your wife has ever spent on you?
She probably
because that shows.
She might not spent on you, but she probably went broke with you. She probably struggled with you. When we know we don't have to, we can date the Caucasus man. You guys think that no other race wants us, which is delusional. We can date another race with money, but we stick by y'all and we struggle with y'all.
No, you don't. You marry a Guatemalan.
Don't talk about tyranny. I said the black woman.
Why you say we stick by y'all when you have a Latino baby daddy?
My husband is in the other room. And we go through things together. Okay, I'm 36 years old. You're talking about one person.
Fatty.
Black woman.
Fatty, how much has a woman ever spent on you?
That's crazy.
Wait.
Fatty, how much has a woman ever spent on you?
Because why are women spending money on you?
$300.
Why are women
and I was
spending
20.
money? Why are women spending money?
And that's a Valentine's Day dinner, Tierney. That's what I'm saying. $300 is a Valentine's Day dinner.
Yo, there are chicks out here that'll buy you a car after knowing you for a couple weeks.
Reese, have you ever had a woman buy you a car?
Of course I have. What do you think? Why do you think I'm doing that?
1 second,
I guess your pimp game is strong, bro.
Yo, that's the stop.
Hey, hold on 1 second.
That game ain't got nothing to do with it,
right?
At all.
Woman will break their neck and give you shit when you are a bum. As soon as you become a regular man, they won't put nothing on your motherfucking pocket. These women is taking care of bums. These women are going to their glizzy truck to help them make money. These women are raising those bastards. These women are doing anything and everything to fucking take care of bums. And as soon as a regular man that actually has his shit together asks for something,
thank you, Fatty. Thank you, Fatty. See, this is why Fatty's the best dude on YouTube, because he don't be over here lying.
Watch this. I'm going to talk once in a while at least.
If I work at Five Guys, that woman will be rubbing my feet as soon as I get home.
Once in a while, I want to, you know what I'm saying? So, pimp game ain't got nothing to do with it. Every nigga on this panel and in the chat knows somebody right next to them that gets exactly what I just said. Showered women. Stop it. Everybody knows somebody like that.
Never.
My uncle's wife.
Never.
It's not just me. There's no way in the world because I've seen other niggas like that. So
hold on, Tierney. They going back and forth. He's saying he get what he want from women. Y'all saying that don't happen.
Can I ask you a question, Reese?
20 years.
Can I ask you a question, Reese? This is a seriously honest question. Can I ask you a question, sir?
Yeah.
Women that shower men, what is their attractiveness level? Come on, keep it real, because we all know, yes, we can all go get a 300-pound chick that's going to buy us some fries. what is their attractiveness level of these women that are actually doing these said things, Reese?
In my case, 8.5 or up.
Bro, you are lying out your ass. And I don't call men liars, but you nigga, you are lying.
All right, you said something, so break that down then.
We all know, every man in the chat, every man in the world knows you're not gonna get an 8.5 is damn near a baddie. Is damn near a baddie. You're not gonna get no bad chick to go spend no money, a bag on you, bro. I'm sorry, you're not.
But I just told you I did and done it dozens of times.
Okay.
That's not something that just.
You know what, Reese? Then you're special. You're Superman.
1 second.
Reese, you're Superman.
Yo, 1 second.
95% of the men are not like you, bro.
Anything I say on any of these panels, right? If it's ever challenged, if need be, I can literally call someone live.
I don't need you to call anybody, bro. I'm a man that's been living over. Listen, I'm a man that's been living over 50 years.
But
I've been living over 50 years, bro. You don't think that I've had my experiences with women and still today?
You just checked me and said I didn't. So dig yourself.
It's crazy.
Think about what you just said. You talking about what you could do and they're gonna tell me I didn't?
I said if you do it, you're Superman. That's what I just said.
I'm not Superman. I'm 6'3" and cut up. That's how it goes on this earth.
The dick measuring shit is always like.
I didn't stop, man.
I know you didn't start. I'm just saying that it's always ridiculous. It's fine.
America's lying because he said he'd been married for 33 years and you're only 50 something. So you've only had experience really with maybe 3 or 4 women. Stop the cap, bro. But a lot of women,
can you explain to her?
I wish you would let me finish talking. I really do.
He's in the polyamorous. You're into the polyamorous thing, right?
I do what I want, Tyranny. I don't just stay at home every night.
Can you pull my screen up? I'm going to actually show you. This was yesterday, right?
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Because y'all were asking what type of woman are doing this. I'm going to show you exactly what type of okay. Let me put this on the big screen. Let me put it on the big screen.
If you with 2 women and ain't nobody spending money on you, what's the point of being with you?
Here we go.
It's all that good stuff. He got out, built him.
Listen carefully, and then no, Tina, you talk too much. Now I actually like that you talk too much, Tina. Because question after we started the conversation. Okay.
So what was the original question? Because there was a lot of topics that was touched in that last conversation. What's the original? Like the original, what built him up? And so I was saying with
listen carefully.
What's the original? Like the original, what going back to what Ollie was saying with my 10-year relationship, I built him up. And so it's like not like I'm a whole original fixer upper. I saw his potential. I did the bid. He actually got locked up. I stayed for him. Wrote him letters every day, sent him pictures, made sure he had money on his books, all that good stuff. He got out, built him up. I took care of the bills, bought us a car, made sure he got a job for 2 years straight. I did everything. I love that man to death. I heard him, cooks, clean, still did everything. So it wasn't like I was using
hold on. And then he cheated 3 times on her. And this is what we're talking about. Y'all go ahead. Y'all no. Let me finish. Y'all will give your motherfucking art, sweat, and tears to a bum. And as soon as a regular man comes around asking for the same type of love, you don't. You will wait for the guy that goes to jail. I'm saying there's nothing wrong with the guy that goes to jail. Go ahead and date him. But you would wait for the guy that go to jail. But your motherfucking husband gets deployed and you're getting your back blown on the 2nd month while you're in motherfucking Iraq. This shit makes no sense.
But y'all
like
said
the levels of it.
Y'all said we judge, but she's most women in jail. Hold on. You said we judge, but yet she's with a man in jail, so you can scratch out that lie. Then you said that we're not with y'all or support y'all. But she just said that she supported him to the fullest. You can scratch out that lie. Not only did she support him to the fullest, he cheated. So
did you hear what I said? Yes. Did you hear what I said? What I said is that y'all all put in the maximum effort to these bums because you like to rehabilitate him. You love the guy with the broken wing that you can bring home. Like all of these shows, the jail babe show, whatever. You go to a jail, you get an email. Go ahead. You got it.
Every man. We put maximum effort to every man we get involved with. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
The man that wants to
but
marry
if we have it depends on how the man is. If the man comes at, just for example, if the man's cup is half full, we try to fill it up. If the man's cup is already full, we just try to maintain the cup that he got. We don't do anything different from one man to the next. We always devote ourselves to that particular man.
You do more for me than you do for your husband. I can prove it. I get Uber Eats sent to me every now and then. I will get, hey, I hope you rest in Cash Apps and MB Ways, which is like the Portuguese shit. Their husband don't get in shit. I'll get affection at work. When I was a security guard in my like a business tower, I would just stay there. I had my computer and shit. I would stay there. These women will talk to me, will talk more with me than they will talk with their husband. They will stay there, give me all the details, saying, oh, when you're going to leave, do you want something to eat? I'm going to the supermarket. And then they get home and they don't want to cook for their husband. Like, these women are putting effort to men that they actually want to be with. The husband usually is not the love of their lives. That's the reality. They settle for him because they wanted security. That's not the guy that they want. So the effort is not there. Why are you guys lying? Just stop lying.
They're not lying. They just don't understand.
It's true. You get more as a boyfriend, or you get more with
like in HQ's generation, right? There were thorough chicks that would rock out the same way no matter who they was dealing with, right? Mm-hmm. But things have changed a little bit. So she's basically operating off how she would move. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Most women is not. And the reason why the men know that is because we're men. So we've literally watched a woman treat us better than another man or worse. You know what I'm saying?
Reese, how many times they go to dinner with the dude and they say thank you for the meal and they're already going to the house of the dude they do actually want to fuck.
Dude, listen to me.
The dude didn't do nothing. Like,
I've had niggas with Rolls Royces drop chicks off at my crib.
Reese, I used to saw this all the time. And I was one of these dudes. Sometimes I was used to. I used to go on nightclubs. The dude will open a section, open bottle and all that shit. She will be there drinking out of her mind. 3 a.m. in the morning. Hey, fatty, are you up? Yeah, I'm watching the Lakers game. I'm watching the Lakers game. Can I go? Yes, here we go. You got it. Like, women do this shit.
She wasn't trying to settle down with you. She was trying to have a good time. How you gonna compare that type of woman to a woman wanting to settle down with someone?
No. I'm comparing myself with the guy that is actually doing something for her. Because that dude gives her a ride, takes care of her, put her on a section, makes sure she's having a good time and all that shit. That's the man that cares for you. And you know what she does? She will literally gravitate to the man that doesn't do nothing for her because that's how women are. Everybody saw Forrest Gump. That bitch went around, went and have a bunch of kids, and then she settled with motherfucking the loser, the guy that always loved her, but she didn't love him back. That's the story from most men.
This is not how all women move. That's
most women. It's
small minority of women. That's what that is.
Most women. So it's let me ask you a question.
I started the whole conversation. I started the whole show with I do not believe women and men behave that way.
Let me ask you something then.
These are small anecdotal people who do these things. Most of us want to be loved and be in a relationship and have that relationship last longer, regardless of how they get there.
HQ, what makes a woman happy doesn't make her wet. And this is the problem that women never know themselves.
Maybe.
And they don't.
Maybe.
No. It's not maybe. You want the house. The house doesn't make you wet. You want the car. The car doesn't want you to make money.
We don't care about you.
Let me finish. You like what you like, just like men. You come in and you say, I'm a PhD and I'm worth 150. That doesn't make me hard. That made me happy, kind of like you can do shit for yourself. But my level of my level of attraction for you is not that deep. This shit didn't make me hard. But you know what men do?
Who cares about getting wet? Who cares about that in your 40s? Who cares about getting hard in your 40s?
Are you serious?
So women don't care. So women don't care about men that make them hard in tyranny.
I'd rather my man love me every day than give me penis every day, bro. That's not the matter.
Were you thinking the same way when you were 29?
When I was younger. Are you asking? I think the same way when I was young.
Now you want the men makes you happy, right? Do you want the same man that make you happy or the man that
When I
make you
was
horny
younger,
when you're
I wasn't a
25?
woman. And I think y'all are conflating a woman and a
So
girl.
25, you're not a woman?
You said
When did you
what?
become a woman? When did
I
you
became
become,
a
what
woman,
age did
in
you
my opinion, when I had my kid. Because it
at
had me
at
grow.
what age? At one
Wait,
second,
wait
at
a minute. Hold
what
on,
age?
hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Fatty, you give me 3 things that you say most women do.
What does that mean?
Give me 3 things. You said most women don't get wet because of this. Give me 3 things that you think women know that
No.
all women.
So what I'm explaining is that, for example, women like height, they like muscles, they like swag, they like game. Women get wet through these things. Actually, I'm going to go even further. Women love when you are mean to them. It's so easy to get woman when you are mean to a woman. Ooh, she gets so motherfucking wet. When you talk crazy to her, when you grab her by the like, she likes that shit. You know what makes her happy? The nice house, the nice car, the nice trips. But that guy, because he's not as assertive, because he's not mean to her, because he's actually a dude, it dries her up. So she gets one guy that makes her wet, and she gets another guy that makes her happy. When she's with the guy that makes her wet, I wish he make me happy. And when she's with the guy that makes her happy, I wish he will make me wet. And this is why y'all pick that motherfucker and then go cheat with the motherfucking pool boy. Because the motherfucker was doing everything to make you happy, but you had to fuck the jiu-jitsu trainer like Giselle because the motherfucker was getting you wet. Y'all don't even know yourselves. And that's the problem. Y'all don't even know yourselves. We know yourselves better than y'all know yourselves.
We can't even make men happy on that scale because you
don't do it about the man.
It's always about what we cannot do.
Why are you deflecting? Address my point. Am I lying?
I'm saying you have all of these things that are about women and what they do wrong. And we have a whole bunch of things on our end that men do wrong and that we have complaints about. So why is it that if you know that these are complaints and you know this is normal, why are we having an issue with you all going along or not doing what you're supposed to do in order
what
to
the
get?
hell does that mean? You see how we put it on woman and then as soon as you flip it and put it on men again? Men are very simple. They already tell you what to do. Get on your knees, go make me a sandwich, just shut the fuck up. Easy. Easy. It's the most easiest. Hey, you know what's funny?
It's not that hard.
I don't have to read my male friends, even when it comes to friendship. I call Black America. Hey, what's up, brother? Yeah, we're doing some barbecue on the weekend. Hey, I got you. Watch the game. Hey, brother, I see you in 2 months. I appreciate you. My female friends, hey, Tyranny, are you mad at me? What happened in Tyranny? Are you good? Are you in a good mood or in a bad mood? Do you want to fuck me or do you want to be my friend? You are difficult. So why do you keep focusing on the guy that is simple to actually have? Because that's why you guys value male friends, because they're very easy to keep. They're low maintenance.
Drive. The simple guy don't have a drive. He's comfortable with 9 to 5 and he don't want to do nothing. A lot of women like to grow. We like to keep moving.
So why don't you grow? They like to grow their bellies. They like to grow their men dicks.
So
That's what they like to grow.
You might be like, Tyranny, I'm simple. I love you. But what else? What else are you doing? I'm not the type of woman that just like to be at ground 0 or ground 5. I like to keep it pushing.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yeah, okay, you're going to see. But I like to keep it pushing. I don't like to feel comfortable. That is annoying to me. If you're comfortable, I don't want nothing.
Tyranny, does your man make your life easier?
My husband makes my life easier, yes.
How do you make his life easier?
You'll see. But we make each other life easier.
You see?
Wait a minute, hold on. You all make it sound as though we women don't bring anything to the table. And I'm saying
she brought 2 kids and a half to the table.
Yeah, but if you don't have any kids, you bring more than that to the table.
So why can't she say why? So how can she? Why can't she say what she makes?
It's our marriage business, but
it's personal for you to say what you do for him. That's crazy.
I've had a couple women save my ass, so I don't know.
I'm saying I made his life easier.
They have value, man. Women have tremendous value, dog.
Men have tremendous value too. That's what I'm saying. You bring value to her life just like she bring value to yours.
No, you don't, because we don't get the bare minimum. HQ, if I say, okay, so let me give an example.
Look, we build the world, Fatty. They don't have much to offer, dog. We created
Reese,
everything that exists on this planet, and they're borrowing it from us. They don't really have much to give back, so their role isn't like what we expected to be. Sometimes.
No, it's fine. But you know what's funny, Reese? You know when my daddy said shut the fuck up, you know what I did? I shut the fuck up. You know when my coach tell me shut the fuck up, you know what I did? I shut the fuck up. You know when my boss said shut the fuck up, I'll shut. I'm asking if men want motherfucking silence, why can't y'all shut the fuck up? You come from your job, and Angela did this to me, and I'm very upset. And
it's both of your worlds.
You don't give us nothing.
Your world,
Maybe y'all should hear from
my
a
wife's job stories used to be crazy. I used to love them stories.
Maybe y'all should hear from a married man what his wife brings to the table. Maybe that's what you
guys
guys
like her. Oh, look at Black America. He's here.
And Black America hates his wife. He doesn't count.
I understood what he said. I understood what he said about his wife. It's not about liking you. It's my job. It's the fancy speech.
You all make a team.
Viola Davis speech. But the thing is, respectfully, HQ, if you can't even be quiet is not even a good thing. It's neutral. You're just quiet. You just sit there. Let me watch the game, and you be quiet. If y'all can't even close your motherfucking mouth, what can you do for me? Peace is not there. HQ, if Papi Blanco got with you tomorrow, take money out of the way because he's a gold digger, how would you make his life easier?
How would I make his life easier?
Yeah, put yourself on the big screen, by the way. No, you got this. We have time.
Yeah, how is this so hard? How is this so hard? Fatty asked you a simple question. He asked you a simple question. How is this so hard? How are you going to make his life easier as a woman?
Because I would not. I would be very difficult. I'm very difficult.
And are you most women?
No, I'm not most women.
Is what we're telling you. What we're telling you is you are most women.
Can I say something, yo? Women are great.
To do.
Women are great time managers, yo. A lot of women have helped me with time management. Tremendous.
Are you serious?
And kept me from fucking myself. I might be different than most of y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying?
I told you was Superman, bro.
Papi.
I'm not that either.
Aries, women are professional time spenders, bro. They are professional time wasters.
Yo,
they want to talk with you on the phone. They say, "Oh, we're going
let me ask.
One time my ex reminded me of a bill that I was about to pay. Right, and if I wouldn't have paid that bill, I would have been so fucked up. And she caught it right before I fucked myself, dog. If she wasn't there for that, I'd have been.
That don't count. That don't count, bro.
That's not most women. You know what happens with our time when it comes to women? Let me give you an example. I will say, hey, Papi Blanco, I need you on my chat. I need you on my panel in 30 minutes. Hey, bro, I got you. I'll be there in 10. I'll say a woman, hey, can you pull on my panel real quick? Oh, I know what you're talking about. I left my wig at work.
You're right about that.
I will be there at 7. Like y'all are difficult.
This is sad. I know, Papi, you want to
Yo,
you got me there.
Yo, what's good? What's good? How you doing?
What's
up?
Hey.
Good. Yo, Reese, if they are such a great time management queens, explain why they always late to the dates.
You got me there. You and Fatty.
I'm talking about like I've been with dates and men that show late.
When you with a chick, right, and you got to organize your daily, to get to tomorrow. They're better at that than us. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, in my experience.
Nah, bro.
I fuck up.
Most women's life is chaos, bro. Everything about them is very chaotic, bro. You go to their closet, it's fucked up. You go to their car, it's fucked up, dirty.
Cars. Yes, their
exactly.
Cars. Yeah,
that's the young girl thing right there.
If you, bro, the first, if you
have kids, their cars look like shit, dog.
HQ, bring your microphone up. Your microphone is low.
If I'm the average woman, I don't have to see all this chaos you all be talking about. I don't see that. Because I'm saying you all are talking about anecdotal people. You're not talking about the regular, everyday, average woman. I don't have that chaos. I don't understand.
Well, you're old, HQ.
You're from my
You're
generation.
old.
Yeah, but even when I was younger, I didn't have this kind of chaos.
Hey,
That's
don't
'cause
call
you're from
my
my
queen
generation.
old. Relax.
Slow down, Poppy. She don't like
Relax.
dreads.
So all this
Yeah, all right, nigga.
complaining
You like date my dress.
all this complaining that you guys are doing, what is your solution?
Oh wow.
What's your solution?
I don't have a clue.
The solution is very simple. Get you two girls so you can combine them into one. You get two girls. You get the main one and the side piece,
But
and that's how you act. And that's how you actually act correct when you know if somebody's in the mirror
There you go.
Black
in the right
America got
behind.
2 women. He ain't had a woman do nothing for him, so that's not a solution. So if y'all got all these complaints about women because you don't
I don't
understand,
see nobody complaining though.
then what is the solution? That's what I want to know.
The real solution, you want to know the real solution? The real solution for to have men and women coming together again is to take everything back away from women. But that's not going to happen. But that hold on.
Take back away from women. What do you mean?
Sharia law.
Hold on. Let me explain.
Okay.
If me and Tyranny are dating, right? And she feels like she's equal to me, there is going to be no respect. Men know respect goes up. It doesn't go down and it doesn't go lateral, right? So if me and Reese walked into a club, right? I see Reese palming the ball, right? That means Reese is what, 6'2", maybe? How tall are you, Reese?
5'10".
Huh?
Yeah, 6'3".
So he's 6'3", right? He's 6'3", but he looked like he about 170, 185 pounds, right? I go to the club. I'm 5'8", but I'm 220 pounds. Me and him are sizing each other up. So respect, we're going to have respect. Somebody is going to say, okay, I'm not going to go over there and step on his toes. Women today don't have to have any respect for men. We respect you guys, tyrannies and HQ. Somebody has chose you. It's up to you to pick that man. We choose you as a woman as soon as we see you. Ooh, because we want to be vagina adjacent. We want to just be by some vagina. That's why we marry you guys, and we will stay through a miserable divorce. And as long as somebody don't find out that y'all cheating on us, we'll stay through that. And we'll stay through you guys getting fat, and we'll stay through you guys getting old. That's why 70% of women leave, and men just work themselves until they die.
Black America, you should go to marriage boot camp. When my ex-husband and I went, it worked a little bit until he went back out there in the world. You having some at-home problems, and I can hear that.
Did you just hear what you said? You and your ex-husband, you and your ex-husband went to marriage boot camp.
Yes, and it worked.
I've been around my broad as long as you've been alive.
Okay, but y'all need some
We've been
therapy.
around each other since we were teenagers.
But you hate all women because of what you're going through with her.
That don't make sense.
Now, one second, Black America. 1 second, Black America. Hey, Tyranny.
Yep, you got it.
When you remember when you said that you were trying to get your baby daddy in jail because he wasn't paying child support?
Shit. No.
Like that.
Shit.
Oh, you don't remember that you said I want him to go to jail because he's not paying.
No, I've never said that I wanted my baby daddy to go to jail because he's not paying child support.
So why did you say that you wanted him in jail?
I never said I want him in jail. What's the point of my?
Stop. So if I find the video of you saying that, you give me $100, right?
Anyways, let me finish.
Let's make a gentleman.
I don't see anything positive of any of my children's father being in jail. How would that help me?
So if I find the video of you on my show saying that you want them in jail because they're not paying child support, you give me $100. And I give you $100.
I give you 100 fake dollars, but I
no, real ones. I don't lie. Like people don't call me a liar. This is what I'm talking about, Tyranny. Just because you are in a good relationship now, that doesn't mean that you didn't bust the 2 men before. They probably are looking at people funny because they had kids with the wrong woman, or they were engaged with the wrong woman, or they're married with the wrong woman. Most women are you, Tyranny. They are there for the taking. They are selfish. They will get in the relationship to get as much as they can. And when they ask him, "How do you make her husband life easier?" You say, "I don't know. I don't know."
You know how I make
Remember,
mine easier because he tells me this every day. Okay, but I'm saying Black America, he hates his wife. You are not a good example
Oh
or a
God.
person who would be
look
on
at you deflecting again. It's crazy.
You don't understand.
The
You
woman
don't
that
you
said
don't
she
understand.
wanted her baby
Tyranny.
daddy in jail is the one that said that he like so.
Tyranny.
Let's assume that he hates his wife. He hates his wife and he's still with her, taking care of her and doing all the things for her. And you hate your baby daddy and you wanted to put him in jail. Who is worse?
I don't know what you're talking about because I never said that. I really was just talking.
Y'all, let me read these super chats. Let me read these super chats. Squeegee Kid No More 199. When are you going to talk about this missing lamp? My missing lamp. Oh. Jewelry, the realist, $5. Reese is kind of right. If you didn't have those distractions, people would talk to each other more and learn about each other more. That's correct. That's correct. $1.99 super sticker from T. Thank you very much. Matthew Pearson gifted 1 channel membership. Thank you, sir. And
you,
Joe, $4.99. Training you just said you'd rather her be loved in her 30s than when the guy has no drive but says I love you. What else you do for me? Come on. T.O. $5. Real solution is you, Tierney. The real solution. Thank you. Y'all hit the like button coming in and out, however you need to do it. Guys, I need your final thoughts. Please.
Yeah,
Poppy
let me
Blanco,
get my final thoughts.
My final thoughts is I'm going live right now.
Go ahead, ladies first.
So please, hey Tyranny, let's continue the conversation on my show. My final thoughts is I'm going to go
about
live.
my marriage and my baby daddies.
I'll promise I won't attack you personally. I'm going to go live.
Put the link in the chat.
Yes, thank you very much, friends. I appreciate you. I'm going to go live in like 3 minutes.
Thank you for coming over to it, Fatty. Thank you.
HQ, 3 things.
What?
Send emails before the show. Tag me. Important, very important. Tag me. And please activate the redirect so I can send people to you automatically instead of losing 70 people in the middle of sending people over here. Okay. Appreciate you.
How to do that, then it will happen.
And by the way, Saturday show is at 5 now. Like, so you have time to go to the other thing. We go back to 5 p.m. Okay. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I love every single one of you, other than Tyranny.
Exactly.
All right, Fatty.
Thank you, Fatty. Last thoughts, Tyranny. You said you got to go.
The T.O. said he sent you some money. Yeah, I think it's disappointing. Just like I don't like Black women talking about Black men as a whole. Y'all Black men need to learn to love us because we're the only one that has ever stuck by you. I'm not talking about some Caucasian woman that wants some, Black PP, and then she's like, "Oh, John, I love you so much." That's not true love. We are the that's what I'm saying. I mean, I love y'all, but y'all need to learn to love us. We don't hate y'all. We just are disappointed at where y'all have put us in 2025. That's all. All right. I see you
Thank
later.
you, ma'am. Poppy Blanco.
Tyranny just be talking shit, yo.
She knows she be talking. Poppy Blanco, sir.
She's your twin sister. Yeah, like got the same daddy or something.
Oh,
y'all related, huh?
I don't want to be argumentative. I don't want to be argumentative at all. Thank you, Poppy Blanco.
You trying to be submissive? You trying to be submissive to me? Hey, you know I don't play, right? You know that shit.
Don't play, sir. I know you don't play.
Well, we're gonna wrestle later on tonight.
Reese, thank you for coming to the channel. Reese, what's your final thought, sir?
No, I didn't know you had a channel. I'll be back. You know what I mean? I hope Poppy Blanco can help you get your groove back. Success to y'all.
Black America, sir. Thank you for coming to the channel, sir. Thank you. Final thoughts.
Well, we went all around bashing. It seemed like bashing just got destroyed. As long as it's true, it's not bashing. I don't care how somebody approaches it to you. If you're overweight and they call you fat and you already know you're fat, you probably need to accept it.
I apologize for Natural K. I didn't. I mean, she came up before I had an opportunity, and then she just presented her case, and then it was like,
right. And I hate, I absolutely hate that it went on about her, because to me nothing was about her. It was about bashing. And I didn't think anybody actually bashed her. Like I said, we all said she was a good looking girl.
yeah.
So nobody actually bashed her. But if what they are saying is true, then you as a person have to accept that truthism and that criticism and take it and do something with it. You can't just sit on it, because then it festers, turns into animosity, and then it's now it's not true. It's something mean and hateful. So let's accept the truth. Doesn't matter how it comes, and then try to actually turn that into something positive. Bashing somebody is not something that is actually true. So that's all I have to say.
X. Thank you, Black America. Triple X, where you at, sir? He ain't spoken in a while, so he may not be there. Triple X, Triple X, Triple X. You're not there. Okay, sir. Well, thank you for showing up, sir. Thank you all for showing up, sir. Thank you all for showing up. It was a show about bashing, not bashing. Where did we get? We didn't get too far. I really want to figure out, how do we come together instead of being so far apart? How do we learn how do we learn the difference between bashing and criticism, constructive criticism, or people taking criticism and utilizing that in a positive way? Because I can see it. You wanna point out our flaws, but is it helping us by pointing those out? Is it helping anybody by the flaws being pointed out? When I said 50K was not a lot, I deliberately said it. And I knew it was going to be a problem. I deliberately said it. I deliberately said 50,000. I said it the other night. I did it that time too. 50. I did it on Fatty Show. And then you should have saw the backlash of 50K. Why she keep saying 50K ain't no money? Why she keep denigrating black men? I'm not denigrating black men. I'm just doing an experiment on how one set of facts that are facts influences the direction in which people feel a certain type of way. I say 50K. I say black men, their average is 54K a year. That ain't no money. They get upset. And I knew that would upset you. But it's also a fact. So if you all want me to accept the fact that 70% of women are baby mamas and they have shit households and people come from shit households, then you have to accept the fact that 50K may not be enough money to support a family. Or it's not bashing. It's just a fact. Y'all said it's a fact. I'm giving you a fact. I thank you all for coming. Please come back for the discussion. Hopefully we have another good one, because this was a decent one. Natural KRC. Girl, you know what it's like out here. You would get derailed from the discussion. And I get what you were saying, girl. I get what you were saying. Thank you for showing up, Flora. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you showing. I appreciate everyone for showing up. I do. I appreciate it. But Flora, me and may have went back and forth. No, not back and forth. I deliberately said something to Flora to aggravate her, and I apologize for that. So thank you for coming, Flora. KRC, I did not want you to be in the middle of this fight, but I get what you're saying. I get you totally. When you don't want children, it's difficult to find the man that you want. I get it. I do. And I see you, okay? I see you, okay? So please, guys, come back. Hit the like button. Super chats are great. Cash apps are free and wonderful. Thank you very much. Please come back for another discussion. The discussion with Fatty will be next Monday. And I want you guys to come back. Drop a line and drop a interesting comment in the comments and say what subject we would like to discuss. What other subject of black men and women relationships that you all would like to discuss? Because I'm open to any of those things. I'm open to those things. Thank you all for the people who showed up and didn't know who I was and they subscribed to my channel. I thank you very much. I appreciate it. Come back. Okay. I just want us to be good and rise as a people, as a collective. And my Hispanic people and my white people, whoever showed up, I appreciate it. I do. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of that. Okay. And I gotta go. You guys know I always gotta go before 9 o'clock. I appreciate all of the love that I'm shown today with the super chats and the likes and all of that good stuff. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you.